stand up, we gon' make some moves tonight. Yeah, stand up, got something to prove tonight. So stand up, we ain't gonna plan tonight. We gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. We ain't gonna stall, never stop. We gon' make it all to the top. We ain't gonna plan tonight. We gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. I'ma stand up, take control tonight. Spend too much time on the plan, it's right. It's time to execute now on your dream in life. Gotta fail fast, learn, try again and fight, alright. Pull the trigger, 6, 7 figures. Making that money from the drive that's in ya. Gold digger, making money quicker. Pain is good, make your skin a little thicker. It ain't luck, anyone that's at the top, no it ain't luck. It's a grind, it's a time since the day one. It's your mind deep inside, how you stay tough, how you get back up. You put the work in and it comes back. Multiply, stack, execute and you can take that. What you want bad, it's the truth, I'm the change that you can make fact. Yeah, I've done it, it ain't luck, I can teach you. Stand up, we gon' make some moves tonight. Yeah, stand up, got something to prove tonight. So stand up, we ain't gonna plan tonight. We gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. We ain't gonna stall, never stop. We gon' make it all to the top. We ain't gonna plan tonight. We gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. Hey, hey, hey. We gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright.
You sons of puppers, we're alive.
What's up, stranger?
For some reason this shit would not fucking
Well, that's how StreamYards be. They
Yeah.
do be like that sometimes.
So what's going on?
Oh, it's been a good day. How about you, Derek?
A better day than it was the other day, because the other day I got called every name in the book: racist, a white boy, just some cracker. And yeah, so it's a good day.
Was this, well, wait a minute, hold on. Was that on the internet you were called that, or at work?
Well, both on the internet and for work.
Wow, that's no good.
Okay, so this is I'm gonna be spitting facts like real quick here. Black women don't give a fuck and are just about the most racist assholes that you ever want to deal with. Plain and
Okay.
simple.
All right.
Every single time that I have some sort of problem at work is some black lady that doesn't want to do anything. She doesn't want to fix her cameras. She literally wants to exist, and you say yes.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you're getting called a racist and all the other risks. Every single time it's a black woman. Every single time.
Do they run it up the flagpole? Do they go past you sometimes and complain to your boss or whatever?
Sometimes, yeah. Yeah, sometimes.
Right. Well, as long as they don't do that. That's the real problem, right? Because then you get in trouble no matter who it is.
Well, it's a recorded phone call. So everything that I say, they can scrutinize me. But they can also listen to the phone call with him calling me racist and all this other stuff. The other day, the lead put the lady's name in the chat and said, "Yeah, if she calls, don't answer the phone."
Jeez, why would somebody call somebody a racist when they're trying to call to get help with something? That doesn't make any. Well,
apparently, hello and no are racist words. I don't know.
I'll have to add that to the list. You just made the list.
Yeah, no shit. You made the list of yes and no and racist.
Well, I'm sorry you had a bad day yesterday, but today ain't yesterday.
Exactly. Today was good. See, here's the thing: is most of the customers are good. They are.
Sure.
but it's the shitty ones that fuck it up for everything and ruin your day.
As I always say, Derek, that falls into the "this is why we can't have nice things" category.
That's facts.
It is.
Facts.
It is. I've been around for a while, Derek.
Mm-hmm. So we got a lot to talk about.
Okay.
I've got a quarter of my videos are about Clive Davis, arguably a legendary producer in his own right.
All right. Looking forward to learning about old Clive.
With him passing away yesterday, of course we got to talk about it. We're Frames and Rhythm, baby. We talk about this stuff, man.
That's right.
Of course we're talking about it.
I have a secret for you, Derek.
All right.
I didn't know that he died yesterday.
Oh, really?
I've been busy the past couple of days. I've been out of the loop. But that's sad to hear.
Hanging out with your girl, out of the loop?
Kinda. Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
That's
a good reason to be out of the loop.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is.
Okay, so just to give us, before we start watching all these videos and reacting to them, a little background. Clive Davis, 1932 to 2026, was primarily a legendary recording executive, an A&R executive, a label founder, Columbia Records president, Arista Records founder, J Records, etc. Rather than a hands-on studio producer of individual tracks, he signed and guided countless major artists. And here's just the beginning of the list.
Okay.
Whitney Houston.
Oh, well, you could stop there and that'd be a great career.
At 18 years old, found her singing in a church, and she blew up. He produced, okay, so I Will Always Love You was Dolly Parton's song, but Dolly Parton gave permission for Whitney Houston to sing it. But she did I Want to Dance with Somebody, I Have Nothing, Greatest Love of All, Saving All My Love for You, like mega hits, and all under Clive Davis's watch.
What a legend.
Yeah. Let's see here. He produced Santana's album, 1999's Supernatural, which had
that was massive.
Yeah, he
massive.
That early Barry Manilow, including Mandy, one of his hit songs.
That's my karaoke jam, just so you know.
Yeah. Other major artists signed to significant advanced under Davis was Janis Joplin, Aretha Franklin, Dionne Warwick, Alicia Keys, Kelly Clarkson, Jennifer Hudson, Patti Smith, The Grateful Dead, Carly Simon,
Jesus,
Sarah McLachlan.
Oh wow!
And then he did a lot of producing with Face and Bad Boy. He also produced The Waterfall by TLC. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Usher, Outkast, Pink, Tony Braxton, Notorious B.I.G. He did a bunch of stuff with Diddy. You're talking about a guy that literally shaped music for decades.
I mean, Phil Spector ain't got shit on him. Holy smokes. That's a lineup.
So what happens? I find out that he passes away yesterday. What happens? I go on X, and what's the first comment? Racist!
Clive Davis? Why?
That's what they keep saying. The black people are uninformed on everything, so they call stuff racist that they don't understand.
But he managed and discovered, like, a lot of those acts you mentioned are like black act, like Outkast, Tony Braxton, Whitney Houston. Yes. I mean, okay.
And he had a party at the Beverly Hills Hotel the night that Whitney Houston had died of an overdose. She was dead upstairs in one of the hotel rooms while they were having a party on the floor, the main floor. And they want to sit there and blame him for her death.
Well, her death was her own fault, but I know she was influenced by Bobby Brown at the time, who was into some bad stuff.
Meth and coke and heroin.
It's a shame. She was very, very talented and pretty. It's always sad.
And I have a video that has her mom talking about it. So who's going to know more about Whitney Houston than her own mother?
It's a good point.
I'm just saying, is you got idiots on X and her own mom. So
I'm going to believe moms.
I'm going to believe mom too.
So and Clive Davis was 94 apparently when he passed away. That's a hell of a run that guy had.
That's a hell of a run, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hell of a run. Okay, so it says, I had looked up, did Clive Davis, was he ever arrested? these people that want to say that he hated black women and that he was a rapist and all this other stuff, was he arrested? Yes, he was. He faced significant professional and legal scrutiny in the 1970s, but did not involve in an arrest. 1973, CBS fired him as the president of Columbia Records amid allegations of misusing company funds and what they called payola in the 1970s.
Yeah, I know what that's about. Sure. That's when you, if I'm not mistaken, did you just freeze up, Derek? Are we still live? Did something happen here? Well, I'm assuming we're still live and I'm flying solo until Derek gets back. But payola, if I'm not mistaken, is when you would grease the wheels of maybe radio stations with illegal contributions
He's
and
from
money.
New York, and there's I'm back. We're back. Are you back?
I've been here the whole time.
Oh, okay.
I was yammering about payola, saying
you saw it before I saw it, because I was just like, okay, and then all of a sudden, boom, they went black. I'm like, okay, that's weird.
Yeah, no, I was saying I think payola is when record companies would grease the palms of like DJs and radio program directors to get their songs played on the radio. It was like correct. A cheat code. Like, we'll hook you up with $1,000. You play this record.
And was he the only one doing it? Probably.
Everybody did it back then. Are you kidding me? That was not just the 70s. That was.
But they probably went after him because he's a big dog.
Sure, you always go after the biggest target.
He was sued civilly by CBS for around $94,000 in disputed expenses, but no criminal charges were filed for payola or drug-related issues. 1975 to 1976, he was indicted on multiple counts of tax evasion related to unreported income and expenses. He pleaded guilty for one count, reported $8,000 of income in 1972, paid $10,000 in fines, and received a minimal probation. Other counts were dropped. Contemporary reports and later accounts confirmed no arrest or jail time. Does that sound like that sounds like a businessman making bad decisions? That does not sound like a rapist, a black woman hater.
He ain't going to break into your house and steal your shit. I'm not worried about that. He's just
like a guy that wants money and cuts corners.
His white collar crime is what he did.
Yeah.
And lots of rich people do that. Not that I condone it, but that's just the way the business works sometimes.
That's the way the cookie crumbles, and that's how they do it. If they get caught, it's on them. But they all fucking do it.
But that doesn't discount all the great acts that he discovered or managed. I mean, you got to figure, more on this side. And so he paid a few DJs. Everybody did that.
Here's the thing is we talk about this all the time. You have to separate the man from the art.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
And in his case, the man from the business.
Mm-hmm.
So was he perfect? Probably not. No, he's perfect. Was he a scumbag at times? Probably. We don't know him personally. Everybody's a scumbag at some point, watching their own ass. Everybody.
Yeah, an A&R guy on a record label or a producer being a scumbag. Oh, let me touch my pearls. They're all scumbags, for fuck's sake. Of course he was.
But for people to sit there and be like, racist, and then have zero proof, because every time they say that stuff, I say proof, ? And they never come up with any. Interesting how that works. If I'm going to throw something out there, with us doing this show, okay? If I throw something out there, I got videos, I got all kinds of stuff to back up what I'm saying.
You got receipts, as they call it.
Exactly. I'm not going to just make some blanket statement and be like, oh, a thing happened, and then we just move on. Like, what?
Wait, hold up on that. Wait, what? Yeah.
Hold up. Wait a minute. What?
People never like to have their ignorance questioned, Derek. That's just the way the world works.
Of course
they don't. Me, I'm never wrong, Derek. I've never done a bad thing in my life.
My mom told me when I was a little kid that I was an angel.
I'm about to sprout wings and grow a halo, Derek. You'll see.
Okay, so we're gonna watch a few interviews with Clive Davis. We're gonna watch a thing with Clive Davis and Whitney Houston. I have The View came out to Whitney Houston's music earlier today or yesterday. No, probably today because he died yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So we got a little bit of everything that we're going to talk about.
Okay, cool.
Clive Davis, we welcome you as we induct you to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
And it's Patti Smith, I think.
Yeah.
chief creative officer of Sony Music Entertainment, but he's been guiding the world.
She was kind of an ugly girl, but talented as all hell.
That's probably the best I'd ever seen her look.
I sat down with him to discuss his new autobiography and the business of star making from his perspective. Years and years of experience coming out in this book. How long did it take for you to put this book together?
I would say 2 years. I first retained a collaborator. I went to Jan Wenner of Rolling Stone and I said, "Who's your best writer?" And he tipped me to Anthony DeCurtis. We met, we hit it off right from the beginning. I also knew that we wanted it to be historically impeccable, and I wanted to trigger my memory. You're talking about 40 plus years. So I hired Mitchell Cohen, a researcher who knows music.
For is somebody that his hand was in everything. He hit wild success, artists he started. You can't remember everything.
No,
I guarantee
God, no.
that anybody can get picked apart with like not remembering like a party or not remember saying a thing, and then people are just like, "Well, remember in 1978 you said this thing." It's like
I can't remember what
to remember every single freaking thing that you talk about or say.
I legit don't remember what I had for dinner last night, and I've done like 1% of what this guy's done. So no, he's not going to remember. He's like, no, I don't remember that. It was 60 years ago. What the hell?
Exactly. But it's funny how the standards, people set a standard that they can never make ever. That's probably the most irritating thing for me when it comes to anybody is people have like their standards that they want to set for somebody, but they can't those standards aren't for them. They're arbitrarily made for somebody else.
It's because they have self-contained excellence expectations as opposed to universally expected. Like it'd be like if let's say I built a snowman with some clay and I went to Buzz Aldrin, who landed on the fucking moon and went, "You can't do this, can you?" Right? Fucking try to, can't make the snowman, can you? Like I landed on the moon, you asshole. You see where I'm going?
Yeah. Yeah. but they'll hold Buzz Aldrin to a higher standard of whatever that they determined to be the standard. That's the thing that irritates me the most. People are not perfect. And I would argue that people's imperfection is what makes good art.
That's pretty heavy, Derek. I agree. Yeah.
So it's like, of course people are messed up. But here's the thing, is everybody's messed up, but there's people that right the ship and there's people that just drown in misery.
Yeah. There's very little art that's, all the good stuff is based on pain, sadness, longing, depression. It's rare you find good art that's, kind of happy and upbeat. That means anything anyway.
I mean, one of my favorite movies is Field of Dreams.
That's
you ever
amazing.
seen Field of Dreams?
Love it. Yep.
It's a baseball movie. It's a historical movie, but at the end, it's sad because he got to play he got to play catch with his dad, who's, you know what I mean? So it's like the whole thing went into him. The one thing that he wanted to do is have a catch with his dad and meet his dad before he knew him as an old man. So it's like that was deep, but it wasn't exactly the most happiest movie, even though it's a baseball movie. You know what I mean?
I don't remember it being happy at all, actually. Yeah. So no, I agree.
Well, and like twice a week, I would meet with Anthony, and I'd have the research so that it would trigger. I would have the list of hit singles or signature or major cuts. That's all I really needed to trigger.
See, with somebody like him who was not bred to be a musician. He just liked certain people and knew how to push them to excellence, what we would say. But he wasn't born in the music business.
He's like Richard Branson from Virgin Records. He's like Ahmet Ertegun from Atlantic Records. They just loved music and they wanted to be involved in it. So that's how they were involved in it. All right, Derek just froze up. He's giving a Roman salute, it looks like. I disavow that. But to Derek's point, I mean, it must be frustrating, though, if you're passionate about something and you can't do it. So you just kind of try to figure out a way to be around it and kind of near it. And a lot of times those people seem to be looked at as sort of parasitic.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Derek?
I don't know what's going on with this. I have no
I don't
idea.
know.
It wasn't doing it.
Am I still live while you're disappearing? Okay.
Yeah, we're still good.
All right, cool.
The only thing I can think of is somebody at the house is downloading something and they're messing shit up.
You got to cut that shit out.
So, all right, we'll have to keep dealing.
All right.
Okay, so I missed part of what you were saying. What were you saying?
I was explaining that it must be frustrating for somebody who is passionate about something and can't do it. So these people just find a way to be around it. And in a lot of occasions, it winds up being sort of a parasitic relationship where they're not really needed anymore, but they still kind of hang on to suck money out of the artists. I'm not saying Clive Davis was like that, but that can happen.
Yeah, that's a usual practice, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What my relationship was like with each artist, and we went from there.
When you took Whitney Houston to superstar level,
Love you.
and she ran into these problems with her career. You'd seen it before. You saw it with Janis Joplin when you got that call in the middle of the night from your son saying Janis is dead. Did you fear at any point that Whitney wouldn't be able to make the comeback that she tried to make? Because she went out and she had to cancel some shows. She had some disappointing performances because the songs were hard to sing. She was so young when she sung those songs. And so here you are at 40 years.
Are we talking now about the I Look to You Whitney Houston album?
Yes, we are.
And we're talking about the year about 2005, 6, 7, 8, or 9.
Yes, when she struggled on the road and she wasn't 100% better. Do you feel that your friendship and your loyalty to her maybe clouded your business judgment at some point?
Well, I'm not averse, I'm human. So am I affected by the human element? Yes. Did I feel close to her? Absolutely. I was there during all the years of all the triumphs from the very beginning. As I walked by her or she walked by me, I would say, are you pinching yourself? I mean, the success, 7 consecutive #1 songs. I mean, that first album, she was such a workhorse for that. And the second, you know, in America, if an artist breaks, you got to pay justice to the pop stations, to the urban stations, if they're an African-American artist. If you're someone like Whitney Houston breaking in every country of the world, you've got to pay your dues. You got to go to the UK, you got to go to France, you got to go to Japan, you've got to go to Africa. She went everywhere. There was no record that she did not break in history. So obviously that when you're there from the beginning, that affects the heart. My linking up with her on I Look to You was before any tour. I never wanted her to tour. I always thought the tour was a bad idea.
Why?
Oh.
Because the kind of stress on her.
Cocaine use. Was that because of Clive Davis or it's because of Bobby Brown? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Turned out that way.
Would be difficult on that voice. I only believe Whitney should be Whitney, you know, and that you don't trade on the memory of what she sounded like. So that after her Oprah interview, which was right at the beginning of promoting I Look to You, and let me back up a little. In the making of I Look to You, it took her a while to get in the groove to do that. But by the time we finished recording, beautiful. I'm proud of the I Look to You album. I think it's a damn good album. And I think that, you know, I was very proud of it. I was ready to launch it. Our reception, she and I went to London, Los Angeles, here in New York, to present that album. She was in charge. She was very articulate and proud of the album, $1 Million Bill with Alicia Keys, and I Look to You with R. Kelly, and she and I were both very proud of the I Look to You album. But the problem that she had developed and couldn't deal with after that was cigarette smoking.
Oh.
So that I've always believed, if you're not there with someone, you have to trust their judgment as to whether they're using or not. I believed that she had gotten drugs behind her after the Oprah interview. She certainly, confessed searingly as to what she had been through. So that post, I look to you. The only discussions I ever had with her were based on cigarette smoking, where she admitted.
Yeah, because cigarette smoking is going to mess up your voice. Why would you move the one thing that you do? Why would you screw it up? I don't get it.
I used to even be able to hit higher notes than I can now, and I'm pretty sure it's because I smoked for 25 years. It wears your voice down. Yep.
I've cut back, but I've cut out drugs. I cannot seem to deal with cigarette smoking. And so that's
Cut out drugs? Okay. She died of an overdose, so that was a lie.
when I said,
Yeah.
I don't think
It's good.
you
It's a
should
good point there,
tour
Derek.
if you can't give up cigarettes, because I want you to be able to use your higher register. And I can't record you ever again until you give up cigarette smoking, because I'm not going to compensate for what you don't have. And that's what led to the very personal conversation I had with her the week that she died, where she finally.
All right. Well, I think we just froze up again real quick. We're listening to Clive Davis talk about Whitney Houston, one of the amazing artists that he managed, I suppose. And some people may think, well, Whitney Houston didn't need him. Look at her talent. She should have gotten by on talent alone. It works. You need somebody to.
I worked with her for many years.
I'm back. You back?
I'm still here.
She had smoked. She said there's no question. When they cut that nicotine, and when
I was trying to cut down on my tabs so that it wouldn't do
there are a
that, and
number
it
of
keeps
people
doing
that
it.
had smoked
It's a connection
and
issue.
were able to get their voice back. So I did feel that with the proper vocal exercise, and if Whitney cut out cigarettes, that she would have the full range that she had. I did.
But so many
I have a comment on that real quick,
when they
Derek.
come into the business,
Sure.
They don't have money.
Am I understanding this correctly? Listen, if you have an act or somebody you're managing and they're on meth, cocaine, and cigarettes is the last thing I'm worried about, because the other ones will kill them like immediately. And this guy's like, well, the meth and the heroin, good. That's fine. They won't fuck up your voice. But cut those cigarettes out. They're not good for your voice. I don't know. It seems backwards to me. But all right, whatever.
They have a sociological experience that may not prepare them well enough for the celebrity and the wealth and the fame that they're about to come into. What are some of the things that you tell these young people when they come in to prepare them for what they're about to endure?
I don't get into their personal lives. I just never have. I am very close to them regarding their professional life. And my work ethic, begins 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning and goes to about 8:30 at night.
All right.
Okay, so if you're managing and you're the big shot, you don't have time to manage every little people's details.
Oh no, he had
I have
minions.
something scheduled for you. You show up.
Clive Davis probably only directly dealt with the top artists in his stable. He probably had, I would imagine, had like minions and stuff. Okay.
Probably.
I'm sure he had a staff. There's no doubt. Yeah. And, if it's like, all right, the prominent citizens are touring some dumpy bar in Iowa. All right, you go take care of them. And then he's taking care of people like Whitney Houston, which are the big moneymakers.
Yeah.
Got to delegate.
Yeah, he's not listening to the plebs. He's the mega stars is who he's dealing with.
It's like my job. I don't do most of the day-to-day stuff. My job is to direct it, like conduct the orchestra, so to speak.
Okay. Makes sense.
It's a club date and you're seeing someone in performance, but I work straight through for 10 to 12 hours when they can reach me. I keep the bar up there for material. If we're dealing with the entertainer. But if we're dealing with this, Alicia is a self-contained artist. So let me use her
True.
as an example. She writes all the songs.
Yeah.
She arranges. She might have a
Hot take. I'm not a huge Alicia Keys fan.
I'm
not.
with you. Not a fan, really. Actually, here, a hotter take. I'm not necessarily a fan of Whitney Houston.
Oh, well, early Whitney Houston.
Here's what I will say. She is a very unique talent, had a beautiful voice, but it's just not my kind of music, I guess is my point. Not her, it's the music in general, that type. Ballads and all that, you know.
You can't get down to deep in the soft stuff, will you?
Sometimes, but not that type.
You
Not like
your feelings or anything.
I have no feelings, Derek. You should know that by now.
I got a black hole.
Producer for the track, very on top of it. Tremendous Renaissance woman. Now, here I met her when she was 18. I worked with her to get her music out without compromising her integrity. So I arranged for her to get on the Oprah show. I arranged for her.
I remember.
I mean, it was
You were with her.
a separate story. You know, I had her perform in my apartment in Manhattan in a house that I have for weekends, and whatever I made available opportunities. She delivered totally. But she had a boyfriend, if she had an argument, if she broke up, when she met Swiss, when she fell in love, whether this was going to lead. I don't get into the personal, parts of their life. It was only Whitney at the time, right before the Michael Jackson concert in the year 2000, right after the Michael Jackson concert, where my book does include a letter that I wrote to her that she must deal with it, that this is a serious drug problem, and that she's in denial as to its lethal effect. I dealt with.
It's not just her, though. It's a pervasive problem in the industry. Maybe it is just with all young people. But when you have someone that's about to step into uber fame and become a multimillionaire, if they make the right moves, their personal life does become a business issue. For instance, if you met another young woman right now that was as gifted and beautiful as Whitney was, but she used crack recreationally, would you not sign her because of that?
I think that would be hidden from me. If you asked me if I knew,
good point.
Yeah, means, I knew
because
that
we live it.
Well, okay, so think of it as a business. If I find a young woman, great freaking singer, I want to invest in Ginny Smith. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm investing millions and millions of dollars, time and resources to this person. I'm not going to waste my time if they are not going to be present, available, clean, sober, ready to make money. I'm not investing the time and money. Yes, he's saying, well, maybe they'll hide it from me, but he's going into spending millions and millions of dollars and getting them on Oprah and all this other stuff. You know what I mean?
I'm taking the next step. It ain't Clive Davis's problem. Why is he supposed to be somebody's daddy? You want to smoke crack and ruin your life? Go ahead. I'm here to make money, and you'll make money too. You want to do that? Well, then I'm on board. If you want to fuck your life up, that ain't my problem. Not my circus, not my monkey.
Go into the next person that is willing to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of good singers in churches. Honestly, I'm not kidding. There are.
Yeah. And I'm not saying that I'm not saying that he was the greatest person of all time. We don't know this.
Don't know.
But he's a businessman spending millions and millions of dollars in somebody. You better be present. You better be sober. You better be ready to perform whatever that is that they do. You know what I mean?
Yep. Plus, on an ethical standpoint, I never like to speak ill of the dead so quickly after they die. I don't know. It's just, to me, it's a little disrespectful that people would be slagging this guy one day after he died.
Oh, it was less than, like, the body was still warm, and there's people on X saying he's racist. What?
No,
that she had a drug problem.
And I said it. I told the person, I'm like, oh, so the body's still warm, and you're on X crying and whining and calling people racist. Okay.
The TMZ culture now, there's a reality of the personal life that is part of the brand now. And so if you knew, like in the case of a Lindsay Lohan or so many people, young people that are out there getting into these high profile situations.
I would not sign them. I would not sign them. I mean,
All right, that's fair.
the power of drugs is lethal. So that what I faced with Whitney was after, more than a decade of a close relationship that had become like family. Knowingly in front, I would not get into that type of relationship.
What do they need to do before they get to Clive Davis? I mean, there's a lot of work now in this new model that artists have to do before they can even get your attention. I'm sure
That's always been the case. I don't think at the creative side that things have or should change much. If we're going to get involved with new artists that have edge and creativity.
So can you still see an A&R guy walk into a bar and see someone perform and sign him on the spot?
Oh, without question. That still happens. That is the way you sign artists. There are very few artists that have been signed through the web or just in seeing it. There's some sensational singles that spread.
Like Justin Bieber was huge because of YouTube. But when was the last time you've seen a Justin Bieber YouTube person blow up? I mean, just recently we had some YouTubers make some movies that made some headlines, but it's so few and far between.
Yeah.
It's not a regular thing.
Yeah. Plus, Justin Bieber, I think, if I remember correctly, was also part of the Disney TV machine. I think he was on like the Mickey Mouse Club or some shit like that.
Maybe. I'm not sure, honestly.
And they lead to a hit record. But as far as artist is concerned, I think the essence is very much the same. You're looking for a long-term career. You're looking for a headliner. You're looking for the real deal of talent. I worry that radio does not have as many rock stations as they used to. I worry about where the next Dylan or Springsteen is going to come.
No one's playing instruments.
They're right here in my studio.
When you look at the young DJs and the influence of the electronic
Clive in the heavens.
Does it concern you that it's not as organic as it was?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he was very influential in The Boss, even though I hate freaking Springsteen. Clive Davis was inspirational in his career.
Yeah.
So to get a new Dylan.
It does concern.
Now I know who to blame.
Yeah.
Well, I think by new artists breaking through unexpectedly and realizing, that there is a huge audience out there for them. That's the only way to do it. But I think the fact that this year there are many more original artists than the year before encourages me to believe that real special talent will win out and be rewarded.
You also have a talent for discovering moguls. The opportunity that you gave Sean Combs, the opportunity that you gave L.A. Reid.
Yeah, well, that worked out well.
After writing 19 number one R&B songs, but still not being able to be their own imprint label. How do you recognize a mogul in the making? And how do you mentor them?
I think that the important thing is let's talk about within a company, so that no company that I've been a part of has been a one-man show. I might be visible, I might be a spokesman, I might be out there, but
what you said, you said it perfectly. He might be there, he might not be here, but he's not everywhere.
You can't be everywhere. Nice, yeah.
The guy behind the guy.
Hey, look at that. Julio was right.
Columbia or an Arista or a Jay. I was never afraid to hire major executives who spoke them. I don't hire yes people. And so therefore, a goodly percentage of the people that have been with me from Columbia, Arista, or Jay have become president.
Okay, so Julio gets a call tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be the head of a record label. Would you hire yes men?
No, I'd want somebody that had opinions and had artistic, that had a knack for finding good artists. That's who I would want. Now, as somebody that was like my secretary, I don't need no shit from her. How about you shut the fuck up? But
I
no,
don't want yes men either. But
Yeah,
here's the
yeah.
thing, and I've hired people for production. I'm hiring you based off of I know that you will take care of said thing, and I don't have to go right in behind you and double check every little thing that you do.
Right.
Because like it depends on what it is. Like if I was the boss of what I do, tech support, then yeah, you have the time to be able to double check to make sure people are doing the process.
Mhm.
But when you're on set and everything is over
Yeah.
here, just craziness, and you don't have time. So I'm hiring somebody that is not going to be like, yes, Derek, yes, yes. No, I want you to fucking take care of it. So I don't hear people complaining that you didn't take care of it.
As somebody who has had staff, I agree with what you said. As somebody who has had staff that reported to me, my stance was always, I will listen to your idea if you disagree with me. But when
Mhm.
you're done talking, what I decide goes. So you have the opportunity to bring your opinion,
Yeah.
but it's my responsibility to decide whether I take your idea or tell you, nah, we're going to do it my way. And once I say that, then go do it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not here to argue with you. I ain't got time for that shit. I listen to you. I don't
Mhm.
like it. So go do what I say.
Yeah.
But in this case, they're looking for artists. And that takes a certain type of person that has a certain type of ear to
But
go
on
out
the
there and
opposite
find them.
side, there has been somebody that's come up with something that you didn't think of. That's like, you know what? That's a damn good idea. You know what
It
I mean?
happens all the time.
Okay.
Amazed anybody listens to me.
Of other record
Okay.
I wouldn't.
companies.
I listen to you. What?
How I went to LaFay's, that's in the tradition of Gamble and Huff when I started at Columbia. What I am, first you got to assess yourself. What am I strong in? And what do I need shoring up?
So you felt
Yeah.
that they could help you understand these emerging genres like hip hop and
Without
R&B.
question. And so at Columbia, we needed to be in basic R&B. And so I used Gamble and Huff for Me and Mrs. Jones by Billy Paul, or Teddy Pendergrass, or the OJs. In the case of LA and Faze, it was a question, they knew blue collar R&B. I was doing, my regular stuff with Whitney and Aretha and Dion, going to the professional publishers, but they were writing 19 #1 R&B records. So I went to them. I had respect for them. And whereas I turned down an awful lot of hit makers who wanted labels, I felt that they, in the same way that you sign artists, that they were unique and that they could have a label. I don't know who they discovered. They did very well. They discovered Usher, Outkast, TLC, really a part.
Some people just have it. Some people just have their finger on the pulse
Mhm.
and just have it. And
Yep.
I don't understand when people just have it, no matter what it is. Where the hate comes from, where it's like some people are just better at
Yeah,
whatever. You know what I mean?
what-
Better talent
yep.
or whatever it is.
Yeah, that's absolutely. And what Clive Davis is very smart in what he's saying here is he recognizes his limitations. So he has a big vision, and then he looks at that vision and he says, this I can do, this I'm not sure I can do.
Mhm.
So I need to find somebody who can do this here to fit my overall, vision. So that's why he went out to L.A. Reid and Usher.
LaFace is what's his name? A Babyface, who is a
Yeah.
huge producer and writer on his own right. If he's going to those guys, then it's like, okay, those guys have a pulse on a certain type of music, and they're with TLC and Usher and all the people that LaFace had at the time.
Mhm.
It's like, okay, they got something over there, and I
Yeah.
want in.
Yeah,
I want a piece.
I agree. That's how business works.
Yes.
From Pink and
And see, here's the thing: is if he goes to him, it's successful. Everybody likes it. But if he goes to somebody and it's not successful, that's the stuff that I don't like. Where it's not successful and you take a chance at something that don't work out, and you got negative Nellies just like,
Nah.
oh, he couldn't help this black person, and he couldn't do this for this person, and it's you know what I mean? It's like, what? I mean,
Sometimes
why
shit
is just taking chances, and sometimes it works and sometimes it don't.
in business and personal relationships, sometimes shit just don't work out. And it's
Yeah.
not for lack of trying, and it's not coming from a bad place. It just doesn't work out. It
Yeah.
happens. Every baseball game, somebody loses, right? It's not like they're not
Correct.
trying. They just lose.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just not doing what they need to do.
Mhm.
Braxton that they took from the Braxton sisters. So we had a great run, and then
I'll tell you what, Tony Braxton back in the day, woo!
You ain't playing, son. Yep.
we both recognized.
What she did, was it Unbreak My Heart?
Mhm.
Oh man.
We're not as close to the street as hip hop shows it's going. Yes, you've got TLC and Outkast. Then Puffy came along with his vision. So it's the same kind of instinct that makes you audition 100 artists and pick that.
Because Puffy back in the day, again, if you dislike the scumbaggery that he became,
Yeah.
He was doing covers and samples of 80s music, popular 80s music.
Mhm.
And it became a thing in the late 90s and early 2000s. Like Bad Boy was everywhere
Yeah.
because they
If you
were
look-
pumping out songs that were covers and cuts of 80s songs.
If you listen to the music on No Way Out, which I think is Puff, it was when he was Puff Daddy and the Fam or whatever the hell it was. That's
Yeah.
his biggest. It had Biggie on it. Lil Kim
Mhm.
was on. Like everybody was on it, and it was all old songs.
Yeah.
Which is people rapping over top of them. I do like the
Yeah.
album though.
Yeah, it was a great album. But I'm just saying is that was his vision. You can say that he stole whatever or he used people's samples. That's
He
another
did.
discussion. He did. But it was popular. People enjoyed it. So it's like he was doing something different than everybody else was doing. You know what I mean?
Yep. And even though I don't really like people stealing music for hip hop and stuff, I can't lie. Like the first track off No Way Out, which I think is Victory, Biggie raps on that. I played that on the jukebox nonstop at the bar I worked at.
I want to play my favorite song by them, but it'll get copyright struck.
Well,
In this case, you might interview 25, 30 executives, and you say, you Puffy Combs, after he played me, Flavor in Year by Craig Mack, and 4 or 5 cuts from Biggie's album.
Did you have the ear to
I
tell the
did
difference?
have the ear to recognize. I wouldn't have been able to sign Biggie because I wasn't living either the life or wasn't close to the streets. But you play me,
Exactly. He wasn't keen to some of the people, some of the players. I'm going to somebody who has a pulse on what's going on. I want a
Mhm.
piece.
You wouldn't send me if Clive Davis would have hired me as one of his talent agents, I guess you call them. He wouldn't send me to go find a country act.
Yeah.
That's not my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
So I go find me a rock and roll band. I could probably do that. So
Yeah.
he picked people who were good at what he needed them to do, which is
Yeah.
what you do when you're at the top of an organization.
Exactly.
those cuts, I did pick up the uniqueness of it. And I gave him the opportunity to start Bad Boy together as a joint venture. And we had enormous success. I never bought companies for market share. So when I recognized before American Idol that the song had to still be powerful and that there was new Streisand or Manilow or Neil Diamond, I said, where will the power of the song go to? And I thought it would go to Nashville. And at that point, I didn't go say, let's buy a country music label. But I did say, it's right, and I'm ready. And I interviewed 6 or 7 executives, and I started Arista Nashville from scratch. And with Tim Dubois and Mike Dungan, we built a company that had Alan Jackson and Brooks and Dunn and Brad Paisley and Diamond Rio and Pam Tillis. So yeah, it's the same instinct for the unique artist, for the unique executive.
Clive Davis, thank you so much.
There wasn't one thing that I just like, okay, that was weird. Not one thing.
Other than the telling a heroin addict that they need to quit smoking first, that I would agree. Everything else is good. You know, it's actually funny if you go to Alcoholics Anonymous, for instance, where you're supposed, if you smoke and drink, they tell you up front, do not quit smoking while you're quitting drinking because it's too much.
Okay.
They like just do one thing at a time. You can get to the smoking later.
That's funny.
Clive
Ooh,
came
that's
to
some hairdo
solace.
right there.
Saw something.
And that was it.
What do you think Clive saw at that moment?
Well, he was in the midst of losing Sly Stone.
Okay, who was this?
And
Do
I
you know?
think that he wanted
Vern White.
I'm not familiar with him, but okay, I was just checking.
Let me see if somebody says anything.
He has lovely natural hair. I'll give him that.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. We'll just listen to what he has to say. I'm sure that's the point.
another urban group, you know, another black group.
Maybe Earth, Wind, and Fire or somebody like that. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
You know, and Clive being sort of a revolutionary, innovative, doing something that nobody else ever did, brought us on the scene.
Wow.
And Columbia Records did a great job with us, put a lot of money behind us, brought us to Europe, gave us the exposure that most African Americans never really got.
Yeah, he always stood behind what he believed in with music.
Right.
For sure. If he
Right.
believed, he went all in.
All in.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. My suggestion would just be to go bald. I'm sorry, I was fixated on his hair.
At some point, it's like, just let it go.
Mm-hmm.
1995 secret meeting at Clive Davis's house in Beverly Hills.
Okay.
In that 1995 meeting in Beverly Hills, in the home of Clive Davis, who was responsible for the murder of Whitney Houston, I said it. His days are numbered. There were rappers there from all over the country. They were invited to the home of Clive Davis, along with members of the CIA, FBI, which they didn't understand why the government was there, including many directors and CEOs of the private.
Okay, so he might get into it, but they're saying that Clive Davis was one of the people that brought a bunch of people together for gangster rap in the 80s and the 90s.
Okay.
And it was a CIA op that they, you know, when Fuck the Police came out by, was it LA Cool J that did Fuck the Police?
No, it was, wasn't that NWA?
Oh, it could be an
Or
NWA.
Easy,
Anyway,
think,
so
yeah.
during that time of gangster rap, he's trying to say that Clive Davis, the FBI, the CIA, black rappers all got together, and it was basically a huge psyop for African American community, basically.
Well, here's my stance on that. No.
No,
It
I
wasn't.
agree 100%. Getting everybody on the same page without money getting into their pocket is damn near impossible.
Just because your whole genre is based on gangster lifestyle doesn't mean everything's a mafia sit down. That's not how the real world. Well, I mean, the mafia works that way, but he's trying to make it like it was like a big giant. All the mobsters came, all this thing, and then the Don was going to tell everybody what to do. I don't buy it.
So I
But
understand
maybe-
that I'm never going to be a zillionaire, millionaire, even a whatever heir. Okay,
Never know.
Because
Yep.
I don't play ball. If somebody's going to tell me to do something I don't feel in my bones is something I need to get involved in, I ain't doing it.
But well, here's the deal: the people like Clive Davis, like the top of the top of the top. I'm not talking. Whitney Houston was at the top of her game,
Yeah,
but she ain't on Clive Davis's level in terms of power, right? Would you agree with that?
yeah.
People like Clive Davis can play by their own rules,
Mm-hmm.
like you're saying, because they it's like, well, then fuck it, I won't work with you then. What do you think of that? I'm Clive Davis, bitch. Step,
Exactly.
get out.
I'm just saying that some of these gangster rappers were hustling drugs and selling drugs before they became mainstream. Snoop
Yes.
Dogg was selling drugs. You're
Yeah.
going to tell me that early Snoop Dogg was going to be like, I'm going to listen to this white guy and whatever he has to say. Come on.
I wouldn't think so, unless he
I wouldn't
flashed a lot of money at him. But no,
Yeah.
I wouldn't think so. No.
Prisons throughout the United States was at that meeting in the mansion of Clive Davis. And they were telling these rappers, you need to create songs talking about killing police, calling black women bees and hoes. You need
I
to
feel
get
like I'm
more
on Theory
nasty
Thursday.
so we can feel all
Why did they show like a Kanaji Brown picture? Did you see that?
I didn't notice that. Well, it's a choice.
Okay.
I love the ominous
You
music.
know what's crazy during
really.
that time? I can recall when that gangster music came into play
That's it.
and how they, you know, I don't know if the guys rapping it really knew, but they created the atmosphere.
Yes.
But it went from, I remember guys wanting to wear like the African chains around their neck
Yes.
and dancing and the haircuts, flat tops, Kid and Play,
Flat top, yeah.
Kwame, to the really thugged out and
Yes.
just the gang stuff. And I can recall going into like liquor stores or different places and all they had was blue and red rags.
Right.
It was
Yeah.
just like that stuff was on program.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I kind of see where he's going. They were projecting an image that a lot of people picked up on.
Yeah, but I'm not going to invest in blue and red rags unless I know they're going to sell. I'm not going to be like at the meeting and then
It's
everybody's
true.
like up in arms about pushing something. It's like, you know what? I'm immediately going to get blue and red rags. And then one day, hopefully somebody wants a blue and red rag. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to
No.
buy whatever's popular so that I can make money now.
Yep.
And
See, that's
not
because
invest thousands and millions of dollars in something that is like a fad. You see what I'm saying?
yeah, that's because you're a pragmatist.
I am.
You know, like, I mean, yeah, it makes complete sense. I agree. That was interesting. I'd actually like to hear more. I might do some research later and look in more into this secret meeting at Clive Davis's house.
Yeah. Okay, so this is Mr. Barry Manilow.
Will you
My heart is
come
heavy for the
again?
loss of my friend Clive Davis. For 50 years, we worked together, created together, argued together, and celebrated together. Yes, some would say that it was business, but to Clive, it never was. It was family. And I was honored to be part of his. Thank you, Clive. I wish we could do this again. Barry
All right.
Manilow.
That was nice of Barry Manilow.
Yeah. I didn't know Barry Manilow was on X, but
I didn't either. I didn't know if he was still alive, actually. That was a fun day when he came out as gay. That was like okay, well, we kind of knew, but thanks for telling us. Just move along. All right, well, Derek is frozen up again. Barry Manilow. I remember one of the first records I had when I was a kid was Barry Manilow's first record, I think it was, and it was on Arista, which was Clive Davis's label. And I'm here to say
okay,
my
we're here.
guilty pleasure is Barry Manilow. There, I said it.
Okay.
I like Barry Manilow.
So you know who these players are right here, right? Mr. Franklin?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Clive
Oh, I didn't
Davis?
recognize Aretha. Okay, yeah, sure. No, Aretha.
When it comes to being a legend, how do you create an album that's contemporary enough to succeed, but consistent with what people know you for to relate to your fans?
What a wonderful question. I mean, that is the challenge.
I mean, honestly, he took a little bit of a risk with the Aretha Franklin, because anybody that knows, okay, so Motown Records was a huge hit maker in Detroit, Michigan.
Mhm.
You can go to the house where they made the hits. It's amazing. Aretha Franklin was technically not part of the Motown Records label
Okay.
because they didn't see her being a hit maker.
What?
Because she
Well, that
was always a little heavier. She didn't have the voice that she had a great voice, but she didn't have the voice that they were looking for at the time. And then Clive Davis scooped her up and then made her who she was.
Yeah.
But every time anybody talks about Aretha and being Motown, it's like, no, she actually wasn't part of Motown Records.
I didn't know
At all.
that. I always assumed that she was, because to me, she's the top of the mountain for female R&B singers. Aretha Franklin is it.
Now, she grew up with all of them, but they didn't look at her as being a superstar or mega superstar that she turned out to be. I don't know why. Maybe there was a disagreement of process or something.
You're
I don't
probably right.
know.
It's because she was fat. It's my guess.
I mean, she was heavier set woman. She wasn't thin.
Mhm.
And Motown Records had a lot of thin ladies back then. A lot.
Yeah, I mean, aesthetics are important. I'm not throwing shade at Aretha, of course not.
Yeah.
She's a heavy girl, nothing wrong with that, but that's probably part of why.
Probably. She wasn't what they were looking for.
Mhm.
I mean, in hindsight, what are you doing?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, in hindsight, like that was dumb. That was like the record label who didn't sign the Beatles when they. I'm like,
Yeah, exactly.
whoa, that was a mistake, sir.
That is the challenge for musicians, for artists, to respond to the challenge, to be aware of the music that's going on, but to do something that is true to yourself and yet create a result that you want, an impact that you want. And I think with this album, of putting on just one album, great songs. Yes, they were diva classics, but they're great songs. And from all that list, we both really picked those songs challenging. How do you cover? How do you reinterpret People by Streisand, Midnight Train to Georgia by Gladys Knight? Nothing compares to you. The Prince song that Sinead O'Connor had done. I Will Survive. And you will see as you examine it what we came to, where Aretha makes it her own, where the arrangement is fresh, so that the album is a joy. You're getting the real deal, the impact, that we feel this album will have is very, very special.
What about you as far as singing it? Making it sound relatable so that people like it, but then it's not mimicking what was already done.
I'd be like, bitch, do you know who I am? I'm Aretha Franklin, motherfucker. What kind of fucking question is that, bitch? Imagine the audacity of that one.
Yeah, no shit.
Kind of hard to top that. That is the challenge, though, as he said, to express yourself with respect to what it is you're recording.
The newest fight.
Okay, so now Aretha is one of these that you have to separate the artist from the person. You have to, because later in life, Aretha Franklin got in trouble because she was a slumlord, not paying taxes and her fees for some of the houses that she owned.
Aretha Franklin is best.
Oh, well,
now,
I mean,
now it's her condo
whatever.
station that claims to be singing the blues.
So did Clive Davis not cause her to pay her taxes or any fees that are associated with the properties that she owns?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I'm down with Aretha on that whole fuck your fees and fuck your taxes, so I'm good with her.
I'm just saying, it's for the people that are on X who want to sit there and call Clive Davis all these words on the day after he died, and they were probably saying that before he died, or I imagine. Again, you have to separate the person from what they offer in the art.
People don't understand what it takes to run an organization and what it takes, the logistics behind getting somebody like Aretha Franklin out there or Whitney Houston out there. They don't get it. They just hear, she's very talented. What does she need him for? They don't understand how that works. So, of course, they're going to get angry at, oh, he's just a parasite. No, he's the reason these people help them get to where they wound up.
Yeah.
Aretha can't do everything. She can't book her tours and, book the flights and shit. Somebody needs to do that. Not her.
Exactly.
She's the talent.
Mm-hmm.
Town's Queen of Soul, a Detroit legend who's enjoyed a long and fruitful career as one of music's biggest names. Over the years, she's battled challenges, including overcoming illness that temporarily kept her off stage.
Most of the summer, as I said, I was in bed a lot.
But now Aretha Franklin is back in the headlines, involving a different kind of battle.
She still had the voice when she was in her 80s.
I think she has. I can't think of another woman who can sing like that. Maybe the girl from Heart, another voice that always, I'm like, ooh, man.
That's never changed over the years, yeah.
Like, oof.
It centers around property at this Bloomfield Hills condo complex. They are suing her while trying to foreclose after alleged non-payment of more than $11,000 in fees and maintenance costs. In response to the Hills of Lone Pine Association's claim involving a condo valued at almost $700,000, Franklin has publicly stated she doesn't live there, but the property is hers and she's been overcharged. She adds she's paid what was credible and legitimate.
Well, I believe it.
I'm just saying, slumlord. I'm just saying.
No, listen. When I went through my first divorce, it got to the point where I couldn't afford my mortgage because all kinds of shit was going down, and I just went, "Fuck it, I'm out," and I just didn't pay it, and it sat there, and it worked out in the end. Who is going to sue Aretha Franklin? That just seems wrong as an American.
I wonder if they knew if it was Aretha Franklin or if they just saw the bill. You know what I mean? I don't know if they knew that it was Aretha Franklin, they'd be like, you know what, we're gonna get Aretha, yeah. You know what I mean?
It's possible that happens when people who need money see rich people who have money. They'll make shit up to try to get them. You're right.
Yeah, that's true. That is and definitely true. Okay, so let me share this one.
He's like my dad in a lot of ways. Once
She was so pretty, I think.
Yeah, she was.
The combination was going to be magical.
We've had an unbelievable chemistry.
Really?
Sitting next to me right now is the best singer in the world today.
Thank you, Clive.
She right there, she looks healthy. She's beautiful.
Yeah, it's such a shame what happened to her. But
it's like you saw the year before she passed away, she was looking rough.
And you know whose fault that was, Derek?
Bobby Brown.
Well, actually, it was Whitney Houston's fault, but yes, he had something to do with it.
Whitney Houston can say no, I don't want to do it.
Nope. But the reason, if anybody asks themselves why did I wind up where I am? Well, it's because of you. That's why.
Yeah.
I want
What's
to
up,
ask you a
Clive?
question. Can you tell me the first time you laid eyes and, more importantly, ears on this?
It's one of those lifetime memories.
On this.
I mean,
What was he going to say on this lady?
No, I can't even. I said, God damn, that girl got some ass on her. That's what I said when I met her.
This young, stunning, beautiful singer who was appearing in her mother's act, and it was a club called Sweetwater, and I went down there, and she was singing backup with her brother for her mother, and then she stepped out to do 2 solos, and the hair on your arms and the tingle goes up your spine. And it was an amazing, of course, it's an indelible experience. It's an indelible memory, to
What did I
remember
sing? Was
that.
The greatest love of all?
The Greatest Love of All, which was a song that was written for the life of Muhammad Ali.
That's right.
And
Really?
I had done the soundtrack. I had no idea that she was
I was
doing
doing
that
that song,
song.
yeah.
And she made it her own.
She made it her own.
Well, they always say that. She didn't. She sang exactly what the fuck the producer told her to sing.
Basically.
That's exactly what happened. Nope. Take another take.
Nope.
I will be back in 60 seconds, but I will be listening.
I called the composer, Michael Massa, right afterwards.
I mean, come on. If you don't like early Whitney Houston, you got some problems.
You knew he was there?
Julio.
Showing off?
No, just
You got
doing
some
what I do.
freaking problems.
18 going on 19.
Did you know you nailed it that night? Did you know you had one of those performances that was going to launch a career?
I think so. I think at that point, I knew what I wanted to do. I didn't know exactly whom I was going to be joined with to do that with. But once he and I got together, I knew that the combination was going to be magical.
What was it? What did you see in him? What made him different? Why Clive Davis?
Wisdom.
Yeah.
Wisdom, his know-how.
So here's the thing. She didn't say this white guy who thinks he knows about music. No, he did. She didn't. She saw that there was chemistry. He saw that she could do something with her voice. Like, it's not always about race. It's not always about what all this crap that people spout on X and all this other stuff. It's not always about that. Sometimes people run into each other and they can help each other. They can the missing piece of this person can come and fill that missing piece. You know what I mean? Like, it's awfully deep, but I completely believe that there are certain people that you run into that are meant to be put in your way. And I think Clive Davis and Whitney Houston were on that trajectory where they were meant to come together at some point.
For a lot of artists, I wanted the guidance. I wanted to know, what made a hit record, and what made me, special, and, It could be any song, but it had to be the right song.
Do you still see that little girl that you first saw on day one?
We were just talking about that before we were here, and she says, "You know, I've grown up." And I said, "To me,
I'm
yes,
still
I
this
know
baby
you."
girl. I was like, you said you're
I
still
said, but when
19 to me.
when you have kids, I feel that about my children. They might be very significant in their fields and their work, but when you have that relationship, it doesn't change, and nor should it.
But what is it about her that's still 19 to you?
It's a little weird question, but okay. I don't know that Whitney was any better at 19 than she was at 26. I see Derek is frozen up, but I did hear what Derek was saying about sometimes there's a reason people fall into your life. And I agree with that. I'm not a mystic.
Yeah, it's becoming a thing.
That's all right. I'm filling the space. You're good.
Okay.
Does have
I don't know why it keeps doing it, because I got rid of a bunch of tabs and it's still doing it.
Natural God-given gift that has really affected millions all over the world.
That's
It's our
his job.
responsibility on a professional level to just bring that out, because it's something that no one else has.
Tell me about the relationship you two have.
He's like my dad in a lot of ways. I call him my industry father. He's guided me through my career. You know, some things I would have done. And
Here's the thing, though, and this might sound weird.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they had that type of relationship early, Whitney Houston. Okay.
Yep.
As she got older and she met different people, including Bobby Brown and other people that's kind of come into your life over years.
Mm-hmm.
Some people, it almost seems like it was sort of like, well, Whitney, you shouldn't be feeling that way about this guy. Or like he's trying to manipulate you. I think there was a lot of people that got in her ear.
Yeah.
And it led to a lot of her missteps with drugs and alcohol, because there was a lot of people in her ear.
People pulling her every which way. I agree. Yeah. Like this.
Which I don't think was there when she was younger, but the older
No.
she got, the more it was happening.
It was very similar. They mentioned that she sang a song on something about Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali was the same way. When he was managed by Customato, everything was good. And then the Nation of Islam came in and started managing him. And that's when all his money disappeared out of nowhere. Just bad actors come in when money's around. They can sniff it.
Yeah.
And I think that's what happened to Whitney Houston. I mean, this is not a parasitic relationship. This is a symbiotic relationship between the two. He had something to get her what she wanted, and she had something to get him what he wanted. So they worked together as a team to achieve both their goals.
Yeah.
And she seems to like him. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, if she didn't feel that way, she wouldn't say it. She would just be like, I hate this guy's a creep. Leave me alone.
Yeah. And for anybody to say, well, he's the reason she died. Well, he's the reason you even heard of her.
Exactly.
So
Exactly. I said that on X. Like,
you did? Oh.
Yeah. He's the reason you've heard of Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
He's the reason you heard of Aretha Franklin. He's the reason that you heard of all these people. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like the man or not, he's the reason. He was the one that had the time, the money, the resources, everything to be able to push these people so that you know who they are.
They had what the other didn't. So they made a good team, I would say.
Well, when you were off stream, I kind of said the same thing where it was like,
yep,
I truly feel that you've got somebody here that may be great at what they do, but there's always somebody that's sort of like a puzzle piece that is better at something than this other person is. And you were great at singing. She doesn't know everything there is to know about everything. She does need somebody to push her, somebody to guide her, somebody to finance her, all that.
Yeah, she didn't have money, I would imagine. She doesn't know how to navigate the record industry or how to book tours and shit. Why would she? She was singing in a church.
Yeah.
He said, no, don't do that. I probably made a mistake in doing so.
Surely you guys bumped heads, though. I mean, you seem very talented, very driven, very focused, know what the hell you're talking about. Tough love with this woman at some points? Did you say my way or the highway ever?
I've got to tell you something.
Not quite.
Bring it on.
To the outside world or what have you, is Whitney independent? Does she have a strong will? Is she her own personality? Without question. I separate and apart of that. We've had an unbelievable chemistry.
Really?
And that it's my task to do the early looking for material. But you're talking about the first album, the second album. She still holds the all-time record. The first two albums are the largest two first album sales together worldwide in history. We've had 7 #1 consecutive records for her. She still holds the all-time record. Bodyguard, the largest selling CD in the world in history.
Yeah, the soundtrack for Bodyguard was great.
When we lock in and we play songs, and we go over it, that chemistry has been very unique because we just, whatever the reason, we come from diverse backgrounds, different aspects, but when we hear music, we hear it together.
Together, exactly. I've got some incredible years with Clive Davis that nobody can take away and that nobody else has.
I founded Arista. She has defined.
Again, if he was a creep, she wouldn't be saying this.
No, of course not.
I'm not
seems
saying
like-
it on ET national television. You know what I mean?
No, I agree. It's
together again.
We're gonna make records again.
You're gonna make records
We're gonna make
again?
records again. It's like a new beginning. It's like another plateau.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So where do you start then at that point, Whitney? What do you,
I have no
sit down
idea.
and you but you must have something. Do you talk about do you have expression in this album? Is it about, trials and tribulations? Is it about life as
We
a
don't
mother?
do
Is it life?
concept albums. Let me tell you something. Years ago, when Whitney's career began, and she said, after a few years, I see this artist writing, that artist writing. Should I sit down and write? And I said, you should sit down and write if you can write better songs than the best songwriters in the world. I said, for years, Billie Holiday didn't write, Ella Fitzgerald, Lena Horne, Barbara Streisand. I said, you have a genius like Aretha. And I said, when I
honestly, I never liked Barbara Streisand.
Nah, I'm kind of with you there. Yeah. Sort of annoying.
Because there are some people that you don't like them, but it's like you find one song like, I actually kind of like that song.
Yeah.
I don't like anything that Barbara Streisand ever did.
Harsh but true.
find songs and play demos. I sometimes give speeches to students all over the world, and I play them the demo of the song that I play for Whitney, and then you put next to it Whitney's God-given gift of interpreting that song. The composers didn't even know so much often what they wrote until you hear her instinct. And it is a genius instinct to do so. So, that is what is so special about this. So we're going to do what we've always done.
Yeah.
There's no blip. We're going to find the best material. She's going to apply her genius. She is going to make copyrights that are going to be sung all over the world. And that's the excitement of what we're doing.
Yeah. I'm just saying is you can't pay me $1 million to be fake. That didn't seem fake to me. They did have some sort of bond. And you got people out in the world that are saying he groomed her, she was 18, and all this other stuff. And it's just
well, hold up though. He did kind of groom her, but not in that way. Not in the, she was 15 and he was just there waiting until, he groomed her on how to navigate the record industry in a way. So I know that's not what people mean when they say it, but in a way that's how the word could be used.
Yeah.
Semantics. That's what I'm saying.
I just think it's a buzzword that people like to throw around.
No,
like,
yeah.
He was a groomer. And it's like, now he showed her money and, all the hit records that they just talked about. Okay, so this is 2013. This is Whitney Houston's mother.
Okay. Yeah.
You just wake up sometimes you go, I can't believe my daughter's not here.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness,
Almost every morning I do. But I'm getting through it. I'm getting
day by day kind of thing.
I believe she's with her maker.
You had a childhood name for her, which was Nippy. And we had the perception of who Whitney was, but who is Nippy to
Nippy
you?
was the sweetest little girl you'd ever seen.
Yeah.
She was always, mommy, mommy, mommy. She would talk to people on
dress.
the bus
Cute.
that she didn't know.
Yeah.
And I told
She was definitely not that attractive when she was younger, but she did grow up to be very nice looking.
Well, I think it's her face was pretty. It's just that I think it's of its age, but I can't get over, like the afro kind of thing. It's
Yeah.
it's like a 70s vibe that I don't know. but she was always pretty, Whitney.
That baby, she said, but mommy, why? You know, she's always why. But she, good morning. You know, that language. She was just friendly and beautiful.
You raised an open heart. That's what you did. Now,
shut up, Whoopi.
I have to ask you this, and I'm sure
Good
a
old
lot of
whoops.
people are going to say this to you. What made you write the book? Because it feels like it's still so fresh. And why?
Yeah, well, I thought I would write it. So everybody in the world was trying to write a book, you know, so that's what.
She's like, I want a piece. I got to write about it.
Yeah. Fuck is my half?
I'm your mom. I want a damn piece.
I'd write one too.
Made me write a book. I wanted to let everybody know that she was really nothing like they thought she was.
Right.
She was a wonderful, giving, loving kid still. She always wanted to not grow up, you know.
Yeah.
She did that, and she wanted to, she was good to people. And just
All right, well, Derek froze up. We'll talk about Whitney's mama, who apparently wrote a book about her daughter to try to get her piece. I would say, as Derek said earlier, that if I'm going to trust anybody, despite her being on The View, who I do not trust, that you think her mom would know what was going on. So I'm sure her mom is the authority on Whitney and not these fools on X that think they know something.
I mean, that's true.
Thank you for attending my TED Talk. Let's go.
And you wrote that you didn't particularly feel that Bobby Brown was good for your daughter.
No.
And wondered what life would have been like.
He had a reputation of being a playboy and a womanizer before he met Whitney Houston.
True.
So that
I
was,
can't lie.
it was kind of a weird couple, in my opinion.
I can't lie, though. He had some bangers back in the day, though.
He did.
Every Little Step, one of my favorite tunes. My Prerogative.
My Prerogative. Mhm.
Hell yeah.
Had they not
I mean, they still are jams.
Mm-hmm.
together?
I didn't. Well, I would hope that she had found somebody else that really appreciated her. And I don't talk about children and people's children, you know. I don't want nobody talking about mine.
Right.
So I'm just not, you know. She loved him, I suppose, you know. And she stayed with him, and she tried to make it better. And it didn't work, you know. People, you can't change people who they are. And she thought she could, I suppose, you know. But hey.
Do people really think that way, where you can change somebody if you're with them?
You're asking a guy who's been married twice of people who think they can change you if that happens? Yeah, it does.
Okay, so is it a girl thing? Because I have never had any thoughts that I can change anybody. I'm just going to coexist and be me. If you like it, you want to hang out, cool. If you don't, buzz off.
Here's my experience with that, Derek, and many of my friends who were married experience. When a guy meets a girl and they get married and they go, okay, we're going to settle together, the guy never wants her to change. The guy is marrying who he's marrying when he's 25, and he wants her to say exactly the same.
Yeah.
The woman is marrying potential. He's this now, and I want him to be this in 10 years. So it's like a push and pull. The woman's always trying to push the man to where she wants him to be, and the man's always trying to keep the woman to stay who she was when he fell in love with her. So yes, people try to change each other all the time. Happened to me twice. Might happen to me again. I don't know.
Uh-oh, don't say that.
No, I ain't changing now. I'm too old for that shit. I'm too old for that shit. Nope.
He didn't make her who she was. She was who she was.
Yeah, that's true.
And people have their own life in their own hands.
Nope.
Yeah. And I think you do what you do.
At one point, I'm told she wanted to walk away from the hubbub of the career. Why?
Watch baseball all season
Why?
long.
Why did she want to do that? Why? Let me get rid of the...
Well, rest in peace, Whitney Houston.
Yeah, it's crazy. It is crazy.
Hey, while you're switching, Derek, see,
And that's what
never
she
mind.
loved, and
Go ahead.
that's what she did. And at one time they booed her, that she had no rhythm and all that. You know, some people can take that.
Right.
She was just, you know, not. She hated confusion.
Right.
She hated
Me too.
disagreement. You know, when my husband and I used to argue sometime. Oh, please stop. You know, that kind of
No,
thing.
I brought
She
some
was
of
just
these. I brought
a
some of these
real
videos up
simple,
because
wonderful
I know people in the comments, if we don't bring it up, is going to be, oh, he groomed Whitney Houston. Oh, he did this. So that's why I brought some of these videos up, even though they're kind of older and they're a little bit kind of a little bit boring, I guess. It gives context. And we got from Whitney Houston's mouth herself that she wasn't groomed. She actually thought that Clive Davis was a father figure. You know what I mean?
But, well, what the general public and some people on X unfortunately would say was, well, what does Whitney Houston or her mom know? Which is really dumb if you think about it, to say that.
What does Whitney Houston or her mom know? That's too funny. That is too funny.
Hey, hold up. I'll be back in 5 seconds. Give me just a second.
That's too funny.
All right, well, while Derek's out, I will say this. If somebody asked me, if were I Clive Davis, could you have done something to stop what happened to Whitney Houston? I would tell them no. And that would be the end of the discussion. Why is it his responsibility? I'm sure if she would have come to him and said, industry daddy, can I have some crack? He would have said no. It's not his responsibility. And the fact that Larry King asked him that, I thought was dumb.
Yeah. Okay, so what I'm going to do is remove myself and refresh real quick.
All right.
You should still be there, correct?
Yeah, I'm still here when you're kind of disappearing. Yeah.
All right, let me refresh real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay. Hey, while I'm here, check this out. This is my band's album. Prominent Citizens. Look at that. That nice vinyl in there. Very exciting. Track list. Fun Times, 1 of 1 is what that is.
Hopefully that helped some. Hopefully.
All right, we'll see.
Hopefully. Okay. I got a little bit more of this. I got 3 or 4 more short little videos talking about his death, and then we'll move on.
All right.
Because this guy is so complicated, and he's been part of so many legit artists. It was hard to pick, not get too carried away with the videos. So it was like, okay, I need to pick about 10 or 12 of them and then kind of go to town.
Nah, if you hit every artist, we'd be here until Thursday. Yeah. So no, we can't do that. I got you. Did you see what I was showing while you were off screen?
Oh, the record that it's 1 of 1, right? You're not allowing people like me to buy one?
No, 1 of 1. Well, I would love it, but my bandmate doesn't want to sell them. So what are you going to do?
Just a limited run on this shit?
I don't know. Nah. I don't want to upset the apple cart. I'm just happy to have it. It's exciting. You know, you grow up on records and all of a sudden you have a record with the songs you wrote on it. It's fucking awesome.
Is okay, but
yeah.
Damn
that
those
pipes. Yep. Keep the pipe, drop the Newports.
Damn it,
nope,
all the hell with the smokes.
Clive Davis usually throws the biggest party the night before the Grammys.
Oh, she's a little cute girl.
Whitney Houston died in a room in this very hotel earlier today. We caught up with some of her friends and admirers.
Whitney Houston was an icon. Goes without saying, an incredible voice, an incredible career. She'll be missed, man. She will be missed.
Okay, so here's the thing. I got a lot to say about this short little video here.
Okay.
Is a lot of people on X were talking about that she died upstairs in the hotel room, and how dare he have a party while she's dead upstairs. He just left her like a piece of meat. And it's just like, so you're going to blame Neo? Are you going to blame the camera guy? Are you going to blame the caterers? Are you going to blame the people that are doing the video? You're going to blame the news crew? Like, it is a lot of money and a lot of time to put on a party to the likes of what they're putting on right now. You can't just say, stop, we're not going to do it. I guarantee you this cost them at least 10 million, 20 million to get all the celebrities there, to get the media wall, the whole thing. Like what you were talking about earlier. People just think that like it's a video game and you can just put places where you do things. It's so simple. It's easy. You know what I mean?
It's like the Owen Hart situation. Like kind of, I mean, the show must go on, so to speak. You gotta.
I feel like we're losing our icons every day, man. So we gotta get the remaining ones in the room and just take turns hugging them. And I feel like you know,
That's a
she
little creepy.
showed the world what greatness looked like, what it sounded like anyway.
And gone too soon.
Way too soon. Way too soon. Again, still trying to wrap my head around it. Bottom line, she'll be missed. She will be missed.
We're all not going to be here someday. She's way too young to go. That's the thing, was she's too young. But she, in my opinion, lived. She impacted people. She was excellent. She had children. She married. She traveled.
Boy, that was a dumb statement, but okay.
Did it?
Yeah, it's not a dumb statement.
Yeah, boy, that was
You
deep.
lived.
Yeah, me too.
You traveled. It's kind of a dumb statement, yeah.
Everyone's so young, you know.
Well, we're all very shocked by it and saddened by it, but it's not a surprise. It just should be a lesson for every musician, but all the people who have.
Peter Fonda comes in with a fucking flamethrower.
What? Wow. Peter Fonda's always been like that. He doesn't give a fuck.
Still haven't been a lesson to the rest of the people who.
Is he wrong though? Is he wrong?
He is not wrong. His timing
People
may
making the
be.
same mistakes, and then somebody makes a mistake, and you don't learn from it. You just be like, you know what? I'm going to follow in their footsteps and be a retard just like them. It's like, no, it doesn't work that way.
I agree. He's not wrong. I mean, I don't know that I would say it at the Grammy Awards. He could have been a little more tactful, but it's Peter Fonda and he ain't tactful. He's like, yeah, she's dead because she was a drug addict.
Yeah.
Next question. Anything else?
I think she was a very addictive character. And if you're that addictive and you can't be helped in rehab, and there's only one person that'll help you, that's yourself. And she lost track of that person.
He was probably at parties that she was doing drugs at. Guaranteed.
He was probably doing drugs too. He's a notorious like LSD, all that shit.
Yeah.
But he's right. He ain't wrong.
He was an easy rider doing fucking LSD, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I think quite some time.
On a personal note, the loss is beyond words. As a spokesperson for the Academy and the industry, I guess I would sum it up by saying there's only one Whitney Houston, probably never ever be another. The loss is devastating to all of us, but I'd rather look at what she left for us.
There you go.
And the body of work and the inspiration and the hope and the joy that she brought.
And I know it's not the same, but like I'm the same way with when it comes to my mom. My mom passed away when I was 14. I don't remember her the 2 years that I watched her basically slowly dying. And then when she had to go in the hospital, I remember being a little kid and my mom, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like you can't look at, there's certain parts of somebody's life that you can't base that section of their life as everything. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean. It's similar to when you have like having kids. If you don't see them for a couple of years, maybe they're somewhere with their husbands or whatever. Your snapshot freezes at that moment.
Yeah.
And that's who they are until you see them again. So until then, it just freezes at the last time you saw them. So yeah, I get you. I think.
Not only to musicians, but to millions of people.
Yeah, we're on the same wavelength.
All right, that's good.
We're down.
Picking up what I'm putting down, Derek?
I do.
She looks great there.
Famously credited with making
Not a good dancer, though.
talents like Whitney Houston, Barry Manilow, Billy Joel,
I couldn't believe when he came out as gay, I'm telling you.
and the legendary Aretha Franklin.
Can you put into context just what Clive Davis meant to the industry?
What he means to the music world and entertainment, he's the Clive Davis. That's the only way to put it.
Extra special correspondent and New York Post senior reporter Carlos Greer interviewed Clive many
Extra special.
Sounds like a short bus situation, but okay.
I was like, what are they saying? That he's either dumb or gay, so he's extra special.
He's a slow adult.
He's the soundtrack of generations. We're talking from, Janis Joplin to Alicia Keys, Jennifer Hudson, and of course, the late, great Whitney Houston. And he will be remembered for his legacy, creating these stars.
What makes it special is demand for it.
During our last interview 6 months ago, and just before he turned 94,
Yeah, he looked like he was up there in age right there.
He's
just like,
Demand
hit the wall.
be there this year.
Man, I hope I make it that long though.
For decades, it's been the hottest ticket in
Hell of a
town.
run.
We asked Clive
Yep.
to name his favorite moments over the 5 decades of throwing the bash.
I would say Whitney Houston duetting with Natalie Cole, Aretha Franklin duetting with Alicia Keys.
He also told us the annual party was Whitney's favorite place to perform.
She loved the gala. She performed at the gala maybe 7 or 8 times.
It was also where Whitney was scheduled to make an appearance in 2012, but tragically, hours before, she drowned in her hotel room.
I miss our friendship.
We interviewed the duo together a few years before her passing. The topic? Her long-awaited comeback.
She drowned. No. She drowned because she was hammered off her ass.
Yeah, technically, yes, she passed out underwater, which technically I guess would be drowning.
Clive, of course.
I said, it's time to get back to
Yeah,
work.
it sure did. I had other plans. He said, no, we're going to do an album. I was like, no, I'm going to an island and I'm getting another little hut. And then I'm going to have me a strawberry stand and I'm going to sell me some fruit.
Oh, well, you should have done that.
Everybody's waiting. Everybody wants to hear you sing again.
And his instincts were right. The 5-time Grammy-winning and Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee with a reported net worth of $900 million died today from an age-related illness in his Manhattan
900 million.
apartment, surrounded by his loved ones. He
It's
survived.
like, yeah, you can look at the money. That's a lot of bucks. 900 million is what he was worth.
Yeah,
But
I could.
the list of artists that he put on the map is his bread and butter per se. That's
Yeah.
what people are going to remember him. Not that he's worth 900 million.
Yeah, people wouldn't remember that. And actually, nowadays, 900 million to us is crazy. You know how many DoorDash orders that is for me? It'd be awesome. But you got Elon Musk has got $1 trillion now, which is
No shit.
astronomically more.
That's crazy. It's itself.
Yep.
Survived by 4 children, 8 grandchildren, and longtime partner Greg Schriefer.
Recently, he was hospitalized, but he was on the mend. I spoke to his partner.
Wait a minute, longtime partner. He's
Yeah.
homosexual.
Well, the plot. Yeah, that's a plot twist. I didn't know that.
I didn't
Okay,
know
well, that makes the whole thing about saying he was grooming some girl, that gives it a whole new twist, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
A couple of weeks ago and is expected to recover.
He rarely let cameras inside his upscale New York City apartment. But in 2022, he made an exception for Extra and Carlos while promoting the Whitney Houston biopic.
Extra special.
It's a day that I will always remember. He really did define pop culture.
It's my life. It's what I do. As long as health permits, I'm doing what I like.
I like that the correspondent said that he had died from an age-related illness. I'm like, yeah, he's old. What's the
Old
illness?
as hell.
Yeah.
All right, I got one last one, and I hate these people with the passion of everything that's holy. But they did do a class act by coming out and dancing to Whitney Houston as they come out.
Okay.
For the intro.
Welcome to the View, y'all. Welcome to the View. Welcome to the View. We walked out to I Want to Dance with Somebody in honor of the loss of the great Clive Davis. He was unlike any.
I love how some people are just like they had to be told to clap. They're just like,
That's annoying. That's the most annoying thing to me, Derek, about these daytime talk shows and stuff. It's just,
disrespectful pricks, as far as I'm concerned.
well, that and it's like the SEALs clapping at woo, yeah, woo. I'm like, just Jesus. It's fucking insufferable.
Simmer down.
Simmer down,
They
yeah.
called him the man with the golden ears because he could hear a song and see where he wanted it to go. He was an extraordinary man. The careers that he launched, the careers that he took over when the careers were floundering, are just when you read his autobiography, which I suggest you all do, or watch the documentary about him. He was remarkable.
I mean,
that was classic.
Coming from Whoopi, who I don't agree with 99% of the time.
Yeah, I should know what she's talking about. But yeah, she was good there. You're right. That was classy. A little respect on the man.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Yeah, a little respect. Okay, so let me get some organization here because I had to pull some of my tabs down because of craziness with the stream. So let me take time.
Do I look less red today, Derek, out of curiosity? Or am I still as red as I always am? I'll never get an answer to that because Derek just disappeared. But we do have more stuff coming up. Derek's got a lot of stuff on deck. Some stories that I don't know anything about because I never know anything about.
You do look less.
A little less red. I took the filter off. Figured I'd rather be lighter and uglier than pretty and red. So,
yeah,
that was my decision. I don't know. Well, whatever. What do I
All
know?
right, let me share this because reasons why the stream is being a prick today.
Okay.
All right. This might hurt.
You always hurt me, Derek, but let's go.
This gentleman is a funny dude. He is.
Yeah.
But he goes on to a podcast. John C. Reilly slams right-winger and Elon Musk's empathy as a superpower. This is a Democratic Party slogan that empathy is a superpower. And it's like, actually, no, it's not.
No.
There are some people, and we talked about it earlier, there are some people that are just better. They are. And for you to sit there and be like, oh, this person is a drug dealer. They just didn't they didn't have anything in life, but yet they somehow have the money for stuff, or they still have money to get drugs. I don't have sympathy for people like that.
Me neither.
I live in Florida, so obviously there's homeless people. I don't have sympathy for those people either.
Okay. I mean, that's another discussion. There sometimes stuff happens in a way to people that
most of the people that I see that are homeless around here, their face is all cracked out because of drugs and alcohol.
Well, that's a shame. That's too bad. And those people should get help, just not get help
I have no
on the
sympathy
streets.
at all.
Why aren't people on the right wing concerned about human rights? They're human too. This whole thing that
here's the thing is this is globalist pop propaganda with the human rights, because they're trying to get rid of the rights that we have under the Constitution. They want to say that the human rights are more important than the Constitution so they can shovel that shit underneath the fucking carpet. This is all propaganda bullshit.
And what he's done in the way he's talking is he has framed what he's about to say with a fallacy off the top. Why don't right wingers care about human rights? Well, I mean, they do. So everything he says after that means nothing, because he started it with his thesis statement, I think they call it, which is, here's what I'm about to say, and here's my belief, and I'm going to tell you why I believe that way. Well, his belief is dumb.
Dude, that's true.
I think every human has the right to take care of their own fucking shit, so I don't have to deal with it. There's my human rights speech. Thank you. Good night. I'll be here all week. Try to deal.
Kind of has come into vogue of like empathy trap. You know, like that's what Elon Musk says. Like empathy is like, don't be fooled by the empathy trap.
Yes.
You know, stick to your agenda and what's best for you.
Holy
you know, don't start feeling bad for so and so. They're on their own thing. Look out for number one. Like it's like, wait a minute. Empathy is not a trap. Empathy is a superpower. That's what makes human beings exceptional. Our ability to like look outside of ourselves. We're not an alligator trying to just get the next fish. You know, we're human.
That's not true, because I express myself through art. And you know, sometimes I've had stuff where people like it. I've other times people are like, well, I can't relate to somebody that had that type of thing. And it's just like, huh?
Yeah.
It's nothing but just blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's hibbity jibbity is what he's saying when he says that he's equating somehow having empathy with not being an instinctual animal like a crocodile getting a fish. It's not like you can be. I'm pretty empathetic with people. I'm actually quite kind and patient with people. But at some point, you got to go, you know what? Your shit's your shit to deal with, not mine. So you know what I'm saying? And he's saying like, it should be universal empathy and we should love everybody. Yeah, that's cute and all, but
You know how many times I consider myself a pretty genuine person.
Sure.
I'm hot, I'm cold. Some days I have good days, some days I have bad days. But I approach life with a smile on my face, even though I could very easily not, with all the shit that I've been over the years.
Mm-hmm.
And I still have the sensibility to be nice. And as soon as people see that I'm nice, they try to take advantage of me every time. And then when the hook comes out and I go tell them to fuck off because I know what they're doing, then they don't like me. So
Yeah,
I see him saying that, oh, the empathy. No. People see if they see a weakness or something that they can get over you, they're going to try to tempt your fucking patience. That's
I have a lot of empathy for people, but it is not unlimited. And and this is a stupid cliche, but if you're not good yourself, you can't help anybody else. So you always got to look out for you first, not in a selfish way, in a healthy way. That's what I think anyway. I don't know. Fuck do I know?
Beings, we can relate
more than he does because he's a fucking actor.
Yeah,
something that's not us. That like that's a superpower. Like, and it's also the cornerstone of civilization. Those are the building blocks of civilization. That's the agreement.
No, it's not. You need structure, dude. If you let people do whatever the fuck they want, it's craziness.
The cornerstone of civilization is a caveman saying, "I like that dude's woman, and I'm bigger than him, so I'm going to crack him over the head with a club, grab the chick, and take her back to my place." That's the cornerstone of civilization.
And that we treat. I mean, it's very Catholic too. Do unto others. You know, treat your brother as you would treat yourself. You know, like.
And to your point about the right wing,
crazy that we have to argue.
Dickheads. Come on, dude.
You for these things right now.
It's
the world. That's a
insane.
really upside down world feeling to me.
Yeah, you're upside down weird today.
I'm all for loving everybody. It's just they gotta, not if they fuck with me, then they can, kick rocks. Ain't got time for that.
I had a lady today. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She had one camera that was out that was in the back. Okay. And then she had other cameras, and I have the ability to go into the account and look at certain things that are happening with the camera. Okay, so right now, so this stream, we've had a couple instances where the stream has been cutting in and out.
Mm-hmm.
That's because I'm not hardwired, because the Wi-Fi box is on the other side of the house.
Yeah.
So I have to worry about people tripping on the wire. So I'm gonna have to figure things out. But anyway, if it's not hardwired in, you have to worry about the signal coming to your computer, which provides the Wi-Fi, which provides the live stream. She doesn't understand that. And I explained it to her like in the dumbest way possible, where it's like the cameras are like a hard drive with a lens on it. So what you do is you have to worry about the signal strength getting to the cameras. Well, my Wi-Fi is fine.
Okay, yeah, I hear you.
And I said, yeah, because they're going to walk over the box and say, oh, it's fine. But they're not looking at the signal strength that's going to the camera, just like it would with a computer. The signal strength that's coming from this box that's over here to my computer, which creates the stream. She did not understand that, but I'm the asshole. She completely treated me like some asshole. And it's like, I did nothing but be kind to her. And I get treated like some dickhead.
Yeah, well. Hey, you need to get a new job, Derek. This is dragging you down a little too much. You moved from where you were to where you are now, and you seem happier, baseball games, concerts, and stuff.
Yeah.
You need to take that next step. This is too much negativity in your life, man. You gotta.
I've applied a couple different places, but I haven't heard shit. So.
Keep at it though. My other comment on what you said is, and I'm sure you understand this. Most people are really dumb.
Yeah,
in the world.
What I'm just saying is that lady who was fucking dumb and didn't understand simple English. If she was in control of the country, we're fucked. So I'm not having sympathy for her. She's fucking dumb.
Yeah.
That's not her superpower is being fucking dumb.
It's similar. I've been I've had relationships where my wife would come and ask me for a solution to a question or something that she knew I knew more than her about, which was actually everything. But anyway, and I would say, well, here's how you should fix this. And she'd go, no, that's not what I think. And I'm like, then why did you ask me? Go figure your shit out yourself. Jesus.
Yeah. Okay, so this one, let me share real quick. Okay, Daryl Hall I don't know if you've ever caught his Daryl Hall YouTube channel where he's got the Daryl Hall's house, and then
Dude, so much good stuff on that channel,
show.
man. Good stuff. Yep.
But he hasn't done it in a while, and it's like, what happened? Hi, everybody. I thought you should be recent to receive a kidney transplant for a very kind and generous living donor. It happened a couple weeks ago, and I'm already starting to feel better. It was, according to my doctors, a complete success. I should be back on the normal in a few months. So be ready for some music and lots of Daryl's house shows. I was just like, maybe he went on tour or something, but he was dealing with kidney problems. I didn't know that.
He's amazing. He's got to be like 70 or so now, and I've watched those Daryl's house videos, and he has all kinds of different types of music on it, and he can play it all. He's so talented.
He is really talented.
I love me some Hall & Oates too.
Yeah. Then when he had Smokey on, I love Smokey, but Smokey's up there in age and he doesn't have the voice he used to. So Smokey didn't sound that great, but it's still Smokey Robinson. Come on.
Plus, that's right. Plus, all the musicians that Daryl Hall has in his house to do these things are like top shelf musicians. It's all great.
Yeah, he doesn't have slouches for sure.
Nope. So, well, I'm glad to hear that he got his transplant, and I hope he keeps doing that video series because I watch it all the time. I love it.
Yeah. So, okay. So then this one, okay. So a few days ago, there was multiple videos that came out about this. So I just grabbed one so we could talk about it for the show.
All right.
So there has been multiple Pride nights at these Major League Baseball stadiums.
It is June.
Okay. Here's the thing. If people want to be gay, be gay. Why do you have to completely take over everything, including my sports, that the people that are going to the sport and that are in the sport playing don't want to be hassled?
Okay. We talked about this before. My stance on this is like yours. Whatever. God bless. Gay marriage. I'm all for it. Go do your thing. Doesn't bother me. What does being gay have to do with baseball? That's my problem. Like what?
Out of 15,000 people in the ballpark, you might have 10 people that are gay. Why do we have to completely take over everything for like 10 people? That's stupid.
Yep. I agree.
Why? Because the 10 people did a thing. All of a sudden, they need to be having a full month. It's like bullshit.
I would feel the same way if they did like a pro-life day, anti-abortion day. Like I wouldn't like that either.
I'm a pro-life person, but to have a pro-life day and they show like babies that are like aborted at the baseball game.
Actually, that's a good idea.
Thing. And it's just like, yes, I agree with you, but I don't want to see it at the fucking baseball game.
No, I want to watch a baseball game.
I want to watch a fucking baseball game. I don't want babies aborted on my baseball game. God damn. I mean, why is it so hard?
That sounds like a Saturday Night Live skit. I love it.
Okay, so the San Francisco Giants. It's in San Francisco. Just about every person on the face of the earth supposedly is gay in San Francisco, even though I have my doubts. There was a handful of players that said nope, and they put Bible verses on their hats.
Okay, that's good.
So this gentleman is plays on another team on the Diamondbacks, Ryan Thompson.
Arizona, yeah.
Yep, and he's commenting on this, and I thought this was probably encompassing of a lot of the videos that I watched, because it was like, we're not going to watch 15 different videos, but I liked his comment, so I'm like, you know what, I'll grab this one. So.
Nice.
Perceived negativity, and without getting too off track, but like the Pride Night stuff with the Giants, like I think that there's a perceived negativity with this stuff of like, okay, Landon Routt wrote a verse on his hat, that means that he's anti something. That doesn't mean that, right? It means that he's pro something, right? So the rainbow means something to him. It means that he believes in the Noahic covenant being something that's special to us as Christians, right? That means that no matter how bad we possibly could be, no matter how much we reject God, that he will never again flood the earth. That's really cool. That's really special. And we do a lot of stuff, and we're all sinful. We all do a lot of stuff that may be worthy of a flooding, but God will never flood us. And because of that promise, and his promises are unconditional. So that's something that's really cool to me, is that there's nothing negative. There's nothing anti. There's nothing that says that he doesn't support anything or that he's like hateful or anything like that at all. it's all positive. It's all like, man, this is what the rainbow means to me.
I mean, it's negative to me because if you read Sodom and Gomorrah, where God basically wiped out gay people when he blatantly said that it was a sin, and they said, "Fuck you, we're doing it anyway," and then it got wiped out.
If you look at the Old Testament, God's got a big body count in terms of the high score. He's killed some motherfuckers.
And the scientists have went into areas where they thought Sodom and Gomorrah was, and they actually found earth that was scorched hotter than what a man-made thing could produce.
Okay.
So Sodom and Gomorrah was actually real, and they have it on a map where it actually was.
All right.
I'm just saying.
Okay, I'm not going to argue with you on that. I know you got your thing.
You say, you know what? I'm good.
Well, okay, so I'm gonna try to. I know you're a very Christian guy, Derek, and you know I'm not. So we disagree on some stuff. I would say what he's doing is just as dumb as Pride Night. And here's how I view it from my vantage point: is that they're basically saying, well, these people are assholes, so I'm going to be an asshole too, which is not how you deal with them. You ignore the children. Just ignore them. Let them have their little flags.
See, that's the thing is, I don't think you can ignore them because they don't give a fuck, and they just keep doubling, triple, quadrupling down.
Yeah, well, you do have a point, Derek. I get it. But no, there's nothing offensive with having Bible verses on your hat. And there's actually, honestly, nothing offensive about, I don't know, having a rainbow flag on your shoe. I don't want either of those. I just want to see a baseball game. That's all.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't mind if major, okay, so if the Major League Baseball team and then the sports teams, whatever it is, they said, okay, guys, we're going to have a Pride Night. They're going to offer hats over here if you guys want to wear them to support.
Right. Blowjobs over this way.
Support your brothers that are gay and lesbian, whatever. Mm-hmm. But to sit there and just do a mandate and then have the fucking press go and attack everybody is bullshit. That is the problem.
Well, it's all about money.
Anti-Christian, period. End of story.
Okay. I don't argue with that because I think there's a communist. No, God, I don't want to go down the commie rabbit hole, but you know where I'm going with this.
If you're worshiping God, you're not worshiping the government. And that's the problem that they have.
Well, maybe one day
it's not a Christian thing or not. It's like, if you're not worshiping what we want you to worship, then fuck you is basically what they tell you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't disagree with you. I just wish they'd keep all this shit out of my sports.
Me too.
Even like I've been watching the World Cup a little bit because, you know, every 4 years I get into soccer like a lot of people do. I did play for 10 years when I was younger, so I do like the sport. And it's even there like stop hate, all those little slogans they have that mean nothing. And it's annoying. Ooh, we got some music here. What's up with that?
Oh, I'm just we got a few things that we're gonna listen to here.
Is this a good time for me to take 30?
Yeah, if you want to, then I can kind of gabble and get this ready to go.
I will be back in a half a minute.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to talk shit about Julio. No, just kidding. We're going to talk shit. So, we've gotten a bunch of new subscribers, and people love the clips, and I'm just going to keep giving clips to you. I like doing these live streams. Sometimes we don't do a live stream. We'll just do it kind of behind the scenes, and we'll do a bunch of videos and stuff. So I like doing both ways. Today is kind of shitty because the stream keeps getting interrupted, which I don't know why it keeps doing that. Never had a problem all day until we started doing this, and all of a sudden there's a problem. It's like, okay. So please like and subscribe to the channel. We talk about music and we talk about movies and pop culture and, you know, Clive Davis dying yesterday. He was a huge figure in the music industry. Of course we're going to talk about it. Of course we are. So yeah, please like and subscribe. Come hang out with us. I know a lot of people don't really care for a lot of our subscribers don't watch the live show. So, but they love the clips. So I've had a couple videos that had over 1,000 views that were 20-minute videos. Like, people love that type of stuff. I just like doing the live streams to kind of meet and greet people if people want to pop in and say hello or whatever, you know. So yeah, please like and subscribe, and then once Julio gets back, we'll get back into the show. And I've got a handful of other clips that we're going to watch. The Clive Davis stuff was going to be a lot because I knew that it was a big deal. So it was like, okay, we're going to do probably 10 or 12 little videos. So letting me share my screen and get it ready for you. This one is going to be a good one. This show I enjoy a lot, and we comment on this show a lot. And luckily, I haven't gotten any kind of naughty, don't use our content type thing. So I'm hopeful for that. But I just like watching the shit out of this. This is Billy Gibbons on his friendship with Jimi Hendrix and Prince.
Oh,
and if you know who Billy Gibbons is, what band was he in?
ZZ Top.
Yes, he is.
The late Prince. Pretty fair country guitar picker himself. Tell me what that was like meeting Prince. And when you talk guitar, what did you talk about?
I had become a fan of Prince, and by and large, I admired his showmanship. I considered him a world-class entertainer.
And we have talked about this. I don't think we've shown it because obviously YouTube's. There is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame show that they did, and there was a handful of artists that were all singing When God Weeps, I think is the name of the song.
Okay.
And Prince was in part of the group. And when it was Prince's time to do his guitar solo, he went off. And you can see some of the other rock and roll guys that just thought he was sort of like a showman and he was just kind of like a pop singer or whatever. Then all of a sudden he just starts playing the guitar like a freaking madman. And people are just like, you could the reaction on their faces. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, When God Weeps. Or
I think I'm actually here, Derek. Is that okay?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so my remembrance of what you're talking about was from a concert that was a tribute to George Harrison from the Beatles after he died.
Okay.
And they had everybody up there. Paul McCartney on piano, guy from ELO on guitar, Tom Petty, all of George's buddies playing While My Guitar Gently Weeps.
That's it. Yes.
And in the middle of the song, Prince struts the fuck out with a pimp hat and a sick suit and just kills it. I mean, crushes it. And George Harrison's son is behind him playing acoustic guitar. And George Harrison's son looks like God just showed up on the stage. He was like,
yes.
And then when Prince was done playing his solo, he fucking threw his guitar in the air, assuming somebody was going to catch it,
and just
which they
walked
did.
Off.
And he pimp walked right out. And I'm like,
he gained every one of those people on that stage's respect that day.
It wasn't even that great.
Pop singer.
Wasn't even that great of a guitar solo, to be honest with you, technically, but it was so great because he went out there. It's my stage for a couple minutes and left.
And you can watch it on YouTube, so check it out. It's freaking amazing. It's like 45 minutes or something. Like it's kind of long.
If you just watch that song, it's like 7 minutes or so. But if you haven't seen it, Google Prince While My Guitar Gently Weeps, and you will see an absolute rock star just crush it.
Yeah, it's unreal.
And it was only until he appeared with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame closing jam session when he picked up a guitar and tore it up, lit the stage on fire.
He's talking about something else.
Technical dexterity. Didn't really know Prince to be that accomplished as a guitarist.
You thought of him as a great performer, but not necessarily a great guitarist until that moment.
By and large, a great dancer, a great singer, a great composer. The most I had seen him previously, I knew he held a guitar, but I didn't really see him play it much. And
he's better than you.
One appearance at the close of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and Bunsen Awards really,
it's true.
It caught me off guard, and I started listening intently. And then one evening, not long after that, I was in Manhattan, and we had made an appearance, and it was late at night, and I was looking for a place to go find something to eat. And I had a favorite little all-night spot down in the meat market. And on arrival, the go-to 24-hour place had briefly closed for renovation. I was kind of standing around, and I looked across the street, and there was another place that had recently opened. I had never seen it before, and that there was great fanfare going on. I saw Brazilian-looking dancers up on top of the bar. The music was so loud, I said, well, I got to go. And
sounds like a good plan.
No sooner had I crossed the threshold, I walked in, and a large guy came up and tapped me on the shoulder. He said, somebody wants to speak to you. And I said, okay. And he pointed, and sitting in this little horseshoe banquet all alone, there sat Prince.
With the Brazilian dancers on the tables?
Across the room.
Yeah, of course.
The Brazilians were with Prince.
What a scene.
Interesting.
I mean,
but I told.
Hey, when in Rome.
He said, "Yeah, sit down."
Yeah.
He said, "I just would like to talk guitar." And I said, "Well, you've come to the right place." And I said, "Now knowing you as a guitarist, which I had not known before, let's peel the onion." And we sat for a good 2 hours talking about how to do this and how.
Oh man, I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall for that conversation.
When I closed the conversation, this was now going on 4:35 in the morning. And I said, "By the way, can you teach me how to play that guitar figure that opens up your great song, When Doves Cry?
Yep, knew it."
And he said, "I fell into it by accident." He said,
"See,
I haven't been able to play it like that ever since." He said,
I hear that.
Learn it." But yeah, Prince was a prince.
That was great.
That was great.
You know, my top three is Stevie Wonder, Paul McCartney, and Prince. And the more I think about it, Prince might be number one. Maybe he could do everything, every instrument, dance, sing, piano, drums, bass, guitar. There wasn't anything he couldn't do.
Well, wait a minute. You put him over Paul McCartney?
I have to think about. Well, I'm being objective here. Like, if I'm going to listen to music, I probably would listen to the Beatles before I listen to Prince. It'd be close.
Okay.
Yeah. But as an overall entertainer, Paul McCartney can't dance like him, right?
Yeah.
Like, Prince can do everything.
I don't think I've ever seen Paul McCartney dance.
No, you wouldn't want to. Prince can do everything that everybody else can do.
Huh.
But nobody can do all the things that Prince can do.
Okay. Interesting take. Okay, so this video is it's one of these videos where this James Burrows guy is a legend, a television legend that like not everybody knows, but the dude did banger after banger after banger after, you know what I mean? So it's one of these things where it's like an unsung icon in his own right, even though
he's one of those guys. I hear you.
One of those guys who just happen to be good at what he does. You know what I mean? So
behind some of the biggest hits of the last 4 decades. James Burrows helped define the American sitcom from the Mary Tyler Moore
Cheers, Mary Tyler Moore. Yep.
Show to Taxi to Cheers. Here's Whit Johnson tonight.
I just bought the bar back. Sammy's got the bar.
He was the creative force behind some of the most iconic comedies on television. James Burrows directing more than 1,000 TV episodes.
You're gonna make it after all.
Getting a start on the Mary Tyler Moore Show.
Give us any chance, we'll take it.
From Laverne and Shirley to Taxi.
I'll give you the same advice I give my mom when she cries. I say, Mom, shut up.
Burrows quickly rising to one of the most in-demand directors in Hollywood.
Name any piece of art you saw today.
Well, gee, there are so many.
The co-creator of pop culture classics like Cheers, seen here on the set with Ted Danson and Shelley Long, Frasier and Friends.
Did you like Cheers?
Yeah, kinda. I was never super into Cheers or Taxi. I thought they were fine, but not.
I was never into Taxi, but Cheers
Yeah.
Cheers is funny.
Cheers is
Especially
better.
Cheers or early Cheers is fun, but
Yes.
then when Woody Harrelson got on Cheers, it was
My favorite Cheers is the first season when the old man was the bartender. Coach.
Coach.
Yeah, that's how I feel too.
Oh, wait, I have the tennis spades. Here, you want
Jennifer
The
Aniston.
11-time Emmy winner directing The Big Bang Theory and every episode of Will and Grace during its original run.
Take it easy. We are not doing an episode of Law and Order LGBTQ.
Burrows once asked how he'd like to be remembered.
That every night, forever, you can tune in somewhere and there'll be a show I did.
James Burrows was 85.
That's a pretty good wish, and he's probably right.
Insane. that most people have no idea who he is, but yet banger after banger after banger. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of people in the background that people don't know that had a lot of, influence like him.
And I know it's kind of dorky, but I like this stuff for the channel where we appreciate people that sometimes are in the background that don't always get to shine. You know what I mean?
They deserve respect. I agree. Pickleball, you say?
Yeah, witnesses tell the same.
Pickleball. I've never played pickleball, but it's sort of like tennis, but smaller version of tennis.
Kinda, yeah.
But there's some creeps that have been playing pickleball, so this is going to play on creep.
I didn't know this. Okay.
Johnson County Sheriff's Office said a woman assaulted a stranger with her paddle. Actually, Shaq's Bliss segment tells us this happened at a popular park.
What?
Football players are serious about their sport.
If you have a super competitive personality, definitely would get a little bit crazy.
But an arrest warrant shows one St. Augustine woman took the game too far.
Florida.
The St. John's County Sheriff's Office says Michelle Bannister was playing pickleball with her son at one of Treaty Park's 20 public courts on May 31st. Tensions were already high. The report says Bannister had been arguing with another player when things escalated. Witnesses tell law enforcement Bannister hit the victim in the head multiple times with her paddle.
Bitch has had enough.
Keeps things running at Old Coast Pickleball. She wasn't at the park when this happened, but knows many who were.
Does she have a security system? Did I talk to her? Psycho bitches.
There, including the victim.
That wouldn't be the one who I would pick. That would be feisty at all. That would, have trouble coming his way at all. He's a super nice guy.
One witness sent us this photo. You can see blood.
Blood?
God damn.
God damn.
CSI pickleball. The hell?
Blood on the court. On top of felony assault, Bannister
Come on, crybaby. I'm going to make you bleed again. It's like, what?
Also facing fraud charges. St. Johns County deputies say she gave them a fake name and address, calling herself Ayana Lee twice before officers tracked her down at home.
I
They're
do
all
think
crazy.
that most of us in the community wanted to kind of understand what happened before making any judgment. And I was not there, so I don't know exactly what happened.
The average pickleball paddle weighs about 8 ounces. That might not sound like a lot, but as we learned, that can still do some damage.
It would hurt.
How many times does she have to do that? She probably hit that damn camera at least 1 or 2 times, right?
Take 12.
Boom! Ow! I'm so sorry!
Dude's got welts on his eyes, the cameraman.
What are you trying to hit me so I bleed? What?
I can't imagine doing it to anybody.
Bannister is pleading not guilty. Bannister.
Would you?
Yep.
She's crazy too, so
that's right up my
obviously.
Alley. Right up my alley. I have a doctorate in crazy.
Told deputies she was stepping in to protect her son, but deputies noted in the
okay, here's the thing. That there are parents, and I'm not saying every parent, so calm down in the comments.
Yeah.
There are parents that will use their kids as shields. And it sounds like this psycho bitch did that very thing.
It's simple. Somebody got on her
son, even though you clubbed the hell out of the guy and made him bleed.
Somebody got on her last damn nerve, and she was not having it anymore and just said, I gotta take my anger out on you, motherfucker. And what a bitch for suing a woman. I'm just saying. You just got your ass kicked by this chick with a pickleball fucking racket.
Yeah, no shit.
go hide in your basement for a few days and get over it and come back out.
It's fucking crazy. Let me tell you.
Yeah, no, they all are, Derek. All right.
Let me tell you, that bitch is crazy. All right, let me grab a couple other ones.
Derek, you got to go to the pickleball court down there in Florida like that girl.
I want to learn, but I don't want to learn if I get my ass kicked like that.
Well, you got to get good.
Derek, get good, otherwise I'm hitting your ass. Maybe if it was my brother or something. My brother's ultra like competitive on every little fucking thing. Even though in baseball whipped his ass, but just saying.
That happens. I could see next week. Hey, it's Julio from Frames and Rhythm. Frames couldn't make it today due to a pickleball incident, but
a pickleball.
Some broad whipped his ass with a pickleball racket. He'll be back next week.
Too funny. All right, let's see here. I got a couple. All right. So, all right, let me get rid of pickleball and show the next one. I just thought it was funny where we can't have fun. We can't have nice things. We can't play pickleball with all.
You can't. Well, Derek but I'm gonna follow up on what he's about to say. This is why we can't have nice things. You're just going out. You want to have a nice day playing pickleball, and next minute, some crazy ass bitch comes up and beans you with her pickleball racket. Next thing, you're in the hospital. You know what I mean? You've got to hire a lawyer. You got blood everywhere. No good.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. I held it down.
This one is crazy as hell, and I'm not going to give this guy credit for being crazy. We're just going to point and laugh at him.
Okay. It's always fun.
This is kind of crazy. Okay, so down in Texas had a bunch of storms. They had almost like a tropical storm thing.
Mm-hmm.
In the Midwest, Indiana, Illinois, they had a bunch of tornadoes that popped up. I want to say last weekend. This guy decided to stay when tornadoes are ripping through the town he lives in. So we're going to watch it. And he videoed it, him staying.
Bro, there's a tornado outside right now.
He sounds like he's fucked up.
I was going to say immediately think he's high or fucked. Yep. Holy shit.
Oh my gosh. What in the world just happened?
I think he's
on the spectrum.
That's kind of where I'm going. He's either super fucking high or he's got an issue of some kind.
I mean, his eyes look like they're dilated, so he does look like he's kind of high, but it could be both. He might be on the spectrum and high.
Mm-hmm. Could be.
Am I good?
I mean, it could be just dumb.
That looked like a hearing aid right here.
Yeah. Okay, so well, I take it all back. Everything I said, I was a bad person.
He might be like partially deaf.
That's why he sounds like he does. All right. Now I feel like an asshole. Thanks, Derek.
No, I thought he was high too until I was like, whoa, wait a minute. That looks like a hearing aid. Okay.
Well, we didn't know.
He still could be doing the weed. Just because he can't
That's
hear
true.
that great doesn't mean he's still like enjoying himself.
That's true.
Jesus. Oh my gosh. What in the world just happened?
Would you stay though?
That is an excellent question, Derek, and one I'm not sure what my answer would be, because I was thinking about that too earlier, and I'm like, I don't know, man. I might just stay. Fuck it. Lord, take me.
Even though your house could potentially be lifted off like fucking Dorothy.
Well, Oz looks like a cool place to hang out, but no, I don't know. I don't know what I would do. I'd probably leave because I would leave. I'd get out of there. My life's too important to a few other people to just sit
Tomorrow
and die.
we got a thing saying a hurricane's coming. I'm packing the shit up right here, my computer and all this stuff, work stuff. I've got 6 or 7 bins over here, my clothes, and I'm out. Everything else can stay.
Yeah, you're smart.
I think my camera, obviously, but I'm just saying I'd be gone. If a hurricane's coming here tomorrow, I'm either going north or south, depending on where I'm going. And then if I don't have a house to live in after said storm, then I'll find another place to live. You know what I mean?
You drive up here to Virginia. You can crash over here for a minute.
Oh, I appreciate that.
No problem.
I'm just saying like some things are not worth it. You know what I mean?
Dude, that's on point. I agree. Whatever. There's been times where I've had to say, what can I fit in my buddy's van? And that's what I took. And everything else, I had to go, it's gone now. Goodbye. Don't need the stuff. Stuff means nothing. If you can't pack your life into your car, then you need to rethink what you have.
Yeah. I mean, that's facts.
Yeah, I got like a go. It's not a go bag. It's a go car, but you know what a go bag thing's like. All right, if I get out of here, what am I grabbing? And I know exactly what I'll grab.
Well, and I've got family that lives. My parents, my aunt and uncle live about an hour and 20 minutes south.
Mm-hmm.
And then if something happens, a hurricane is coming this way, I'm going north toward Georgia.
That's smart. Yeah.
And Georgia is only 3 hours, 3.5 hours from where I am. I'll just hop on it, go to Georgia,
Yeah,
get a hotel room for a day or two, and then come back.
And you can work out of a hotel room, Derek, can't you? Can you take your
Well, it's one of those things that my boss wants us to have like a secured network. But if worst came to worst and I have to work and there's a hurricane, sorry about the secure network, but I'm fucking working. You know what I mean?
That's fair. Yeah. No, that makes sense. Yep.
So he'll probably make an exception depending on what shit hit the fan.
you would think so. If there's a category 4 hurricane on top of your house, you'd probably understand. I would hope.
Yeah. What shitteth hitteth the faneth. So, all right, so that was the end of that. I thought it was just nuts that the dude completely just stayed and just videotaped it, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, but it's an interesting discussion. Like, would you stay or go? Because I actually did have to think about that for a minute, and then you spoke, and I'm like, nah, Derek's right. I'm with Derek. I'm out of here.
Yeah. Okay, so I've got 2 videos on an actor named Fozzie Love.
Who?
Falzon Love, Falzon, Falzon Love.
Okay.
He played in Elf as the supervisor of Elf, where he's like, Santa's coming, Santa! And he was like right there as like the supervisor actor.
Okay.
And then he was also in Friday, where he played Big Worm. The guy that had like the perm thing.
I know exactly who you're talking about. All right. That's Falzon Love.
He comes to Florida, and I think he lives in Florida. We'll learn more. But he comes in and gets in trouble and arrested.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Boss in the classic Christmas movie faced a Hillsborough County judge today. He's charged with contempt of court after not making child support payments, but he was released today on time served. Fox 13's Evan Axelbank joins us in the newsroom now with more on the challenges this actor's facing. Evan.
Falzon Love is living a hard life. His royalty checks from Elf are generally over $10,000, but that's what he lives on for the entire year. His car is from 1999. And he's had to live in it for a month at a time. Here he is in court today as he faced charges of contempt.
See, he's living as the big perm, the big worm lifestyle.
He's living the gimmick. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, he's living the gimmick.
Like Ric Flair.
He sat in a wheelchair as he explained to a judge that he has so little.
So he was in Elf. He was big perm in Friday. You ever seen the football movie that has the Replacements? He was one of the replacement players.
I was going to say he's a big boy.
Big dude. Yeah.
Little income. There's no way to pay child support to a woman who lives in Tampa.
Harm.
The judge sentenced him to time already served, which in this case is 16 days. Now he must file the appropriate paperwork to avoid being charged again. He owes $250,000 in child support payments, but he told the judge
what?
$250,000. Look at he's gained a lot of weight since.
How?
$250,000.
How did? No, I have a lot of questions. I'll listen.
Entire years without making any income. Entire years. He was even supposed to work on a movie this week, but could not because he was in jail.
And they're painting him as a complete villain, and I don't think that's necessarily the case. I mean, in this situation, he's in a bad situation. He's in a bad spot. I mean, you heard the testimony. He was homeless. He lived.
See, he wanted to be like in the bad situation. He fucked, but he
yeah,
didn't say that. He's like he calmed his chi. You know what I mean?
I'm getting that vibe too. This lawyer's trying, but he's like,
he's really
I don't
fucked
know.
right now. So.
my boy's cooked, kind of. It's kind of over for son.
Quarter of what was it? It was $250,000.
Just that number. I don't know. I don't understand. But
That's
okay.
insane. How many kids does this guy have? That's my question.
To one woman he
It's
owes it to.
hard. That's how the mighty have fallen, you know. So I think he wants to act. He wants to write.
I'm not gonna lie. If I see him around Tampa, I'm fucking saying something and maybe give him some food or something.
I was gonna say if he's up around my way, I got a couch, brother. He says, "Hole up here." I hear you. We can talk about crazy bitch stories all night. Good for that. Course lights on me.
I want to help Big Perm. I do.
I do.
Texans
Looks like a nice fella.
and hopefully he's able to get more gigs.
Lawyer expects him to go back to California to live with his friend who pays all of his bills. Now they're
Oh,
gonna
the
have to
wheelchair
go through and
too?
report all of his income and file the paperwork that a previous attorney apparently neglected. If he does not submit,
So he came to Florida to get arrested.
It was a choice. Not the choice I would have made, but
Lifestyle choice.
hey, I'm not hating on Big Perm. Not on this show. Not today.
I won't be able to help him because
Yeah.
because he's gonna go back to California. Here's the other thing that I got now.
What a shame.
Weeks ago in California, after failing to turn himself in for contempt of court and failing to make child support payments.
See right here at Elf. See?
Yeah.
I know him. I know him.
Love's attorneys argued he is struggling financially, saying he has no home, drives a 1999 vehicle, and has no savings, even relies on friends to help pay many of his expenses. But the attorney for the mother of his child argued Love has repeatedly ignored court orders, hasn't paid child support, and
See, I think that's a little bit misleading because he is actively not doing that because he knows that if he gets anything, somebody's going to take it from him. So he's probably purposely driving a 1990 Volkswagen Beetle or the fuck he's driving.
You are not wrong, man. Hide your money when you go through a divorce.
Uh-huh.
Oh, well, I don't have anything. You could have half of nothing, bitch. Sorry. Where's Will Ferrell anyway? You can help him. What's wrong with
Yeah,
him?
no shit. Where's Will Ferrell? Is he going to help with his homies? I mean, what's
Yeah.
going on? I mean, where's Will Ferrell at? I mean,
I know earlier I was saying everybody was responsible for their own actions, but I'm looking at Will Ferrell there sitting on millions of dollars. You can't throw Big Perm a
I'm
little
just
bit.
saying is they're globalists and they're all kinds of fucking retards that are very in tune to
Yes.
helping people. Where that guy needs help. Where the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, well, they're gated community commies.
Shit, big worm.
Look at that shit. Curves.
Look how thin he is.
I love it.
Yeah, but yeah, that was him. So yeah, it's kind of sad.
It breaks my heart, man. I hear you, bro. $250,000. How do you owe that much in child support? Whatever. I'm on team Big Perm. That's all I got to say about it. I always side with the guys.
Big worm. I mean, big perm.
Well, I mean, I'd be like, look, if this woman came up into court and said, well, I want some of Big Perm's money because he ain't paying, I'd go, is that your kid over there? Yeah. Well, he's a living, and he doesn't look like he's starving to death, right? And you look
Yeah,
all
no
right.
shit.
So why do you want his money for? You're good.
Let's
Get the fuck
jaw
out.
more paw. Fucking get to work, bitch.
Why you gonna roll up on Big Perm like that, man? Well, I'm on
not
team
gonna
Big
lie.
Perm.
This next one, I got a couple more.
Okay.
This next one hurts my heart.
Wait,
it really
what?
does.
No NHL in the
No
Canadian.
NHL on Canadian broadcasting marks the end of an era. Hockey Night in Canada is officially fucking done.
I can't handle that. I didn't know that.
I
Oh,
cannot
fuck.
handle it either. It fucking hurts my heart. And it's like before people say, well, you're not Canadian. I'm from Metro Detroit. We watch fucking Hockey Night in Canada every Saturday with Don Cherry. That's
He's
what
the
we
best.
did for
I love Don.
years and years.
Love Don Cherry. I used to like watching the French commentary over the Canadians game on Hockey Night in Canada just for fun. Oh,
I
it's a
had no
drag.
idea what they said, so I just turned it down. I was like, oh, the hockey, okay. Yeah.
The CBC will no longer carry NHL broadcast after this season that just wrapped up as Rogers Sportsnet takes over all games. The CBC's Mark Harkisol joins me in studio with the details. And Mark, This really is the end of an era that spans almost 100 years.
Yeah,
I
end
can't
of an
believe
era,
it.
certainly. And I want to get into that, but
100 years. And they're like, nope, bye.
I also want to talk about
it
something
hurts my heart. It really does.
Me too.
Mentioned there about the fact that this impacts the way Canadians will watch the game, how much it costs them to pay. Andrew said some Canadians will have to pay more. I think the key line is here: some Canadians will have to pay. Period. Right. Because without hockey broadcasts on CBC, there's no longer.
Hockey Night in Canada was on free television. You could watch hockey every Saturday, guaranteed.
Yep. Yep.
And it was like, for somebody like myself, we didn't have fucking cable until a little bit later. You literally had 2, 4, 7, 9, and then you might get like part of another channel if the weather was cooperating.
Yeah, and a few UHF channels too. Yeah. Hey, I got a quick question though. I was watching the game 7 or the last game of the Carolina's biting on Detroit's uniforms. I don't like that.
Yeah.
They got to change their colors. That's Detroit's colors right there.
Yeah. How can you the Detroit Red Wings are an iconic team with an iconic jersey? Step the fuck off.
That's what I'm saying. Here's top 2 jerseys of all time: black Bruins jersey, white Red Wings jersey. Those are my 2 favorites.
Any over-the-air free hockey broadcasts in Canada. And in terms of basic cable, there is still some limited options, but increasingly it's going toward you having to have some sort of a sports package or an app package or something like that. You can still...
The coach, Rob Brendamore, a pain in the ass fucking player, but a damn good hockey player.
He was hated when he played for the Flyers and they played the Caps.
The dude had a shot and fucking scored goals.
That's why we hated him.
That he won a Stanley Cup as a player and he won a Stanley Cup as a coach. Insane.
And
they don't have superstars on their team. They just have a good, solid, responsibly defensive team.
And they steamrolled the playoffs pretty much. I think they only lost like 3 games in all the playoffs.
I think so, yeah.
Games on basic cable with City TV, but then you need a sports package to get Sportsnet or TSN, various apps to get a lot of out-of-town games if your favorite team is not your hometown team. So it is definitely going to change the way Canadians watch hockey and how much it's going to cost. Essentially, CBC was rebroadcasting Hockey Night in Canada on Saturday nights. Rogers has had the rights to that since 2013. They were producing it all. They were getting the ad revenue from it. The CBC was essentially just rebroadcasting it. But with Rogers renewing...
It still hurts my fucking heart. It really does.
It's literally the saddest thing you've ever shown on this show in the history of this show.
There's some stuff that gets us fucking riled up. This fucking just makes me sad. It doesn't rile me up. It just fucking... the memories.
I know. We're old.
The deal for its NHL rights, CBC was left out of having that clause that it had the last time around that allowed it to show Hockey Night in Canada. And so that's why there is no more CBC TV hockey broadcast. Now, in terms of, yes, as Andrew mentioned, the end of an era, Sportsnet and CBC in a joint statement touched on that late this morning when they wrote, quote, after a successful...
Here's the thing. With them moving over to a paid service, are people going to go... Are they going to switch over?
This is why people watch illegal streams, Derek, because it's too hard to watch illegally. There's one website I can go to and see every sports thing, WWE, UFC, soccer, anything I want for nothing. So why would I mean, you know what I mean? They're making it too hard is my point.
Yeah. I'm just saying is Hockey Night in Canada and CBC have been partners for over 100 years. And people like us are very like weepy when it comes to the old shit, and it's like it hurts my heart that the Hockey Night in Canada doesn't exist anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, low key fuck Canada though, but yes, I agree with you. It's a sad day for hockey and sports and for us.
Yeah, it's kind of wild.
I'm actually crushed.
Partnership. Sportsnet and CBC today announced the public broadcaster will no longer carry NHL broadcasts after the current season as it moves forward with a new direction for its sports programming following the unprecedented success of the Milano Cortina Olympic Games. Watching hockey on Saturday night is a time-honored tradition for Canadians, and Sportsnet is privileged to continue to deliver that tradition. Time-honored indeed, as you mentioned.
But it's paid for, though. Like, how many people are going to switch over?
I don't know, man. Well, they're nuts up there about hockey. They'll watch it, but you shouldn't. I don't know, man. It just ain't right, is what I'm saying.
You're close
back
to
in 60,
a
but I'm
century
listening.
now.
Mm-hmm.
CBC has been broadcasting Hockey Night in Canada, first in radio as of 1936, then as of October 1952, doing it with television. Foster Hewitt commentating along the way, that legendary voice. Now that's not going to be the case. CBC says it is going to increase its sports programming in other ways to fill that gap. Most notably, they say they will be focusing on the next Olympics, the Commonwealth Games, women's professional leagues, 20 major world championships. They're also on Saturday nights when Hockey Night in Canada would have normally aired, going to have a show showcasing Canadian athletes. So a major change in the way Canadians will view the game and just a major change in the Canadian scope of heritage, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely. A big deal. Mark, thank you. CBC's Mark Carcasole. So we're staying on the story and bringing in Jeff Merrick just outside of Toronto. He is a hockey analyst and host of the Sheep podcast. And Jeff, nice to see you. Thanks for taking the time.
Oh, Andrew, it's so great to see you. I feel we should have like black drapes behind me here. So it's a sad day for Canadian sports fans. It is great to see you, but yes, this is very much the end of an era here, dating back some 74 years.
Yeah, I mean, almost 100 if you include the radio broadcasts. So
correct.
It's making me fucking weepy. That's just sad.
What are we losing here? I feel like you're sad about this.
It's tough for me to separate sort of professional Jeff from personal Jeff because I grew up with this property on CBC.
Yeah.
You know, I think for a lot of Canadians, a lot of our childhoods were sort of mixed in.
I mean, it's not just Canadians. I'm from Metro Detroit. CBC is a channel that you could watch regular TV, and Hockey Night in Canada was on every Saturday night. Every Saturday night. Like a bomb would have had to have dropped to not have Hockey Night in Canada show up on Saturday night.
With the family gathering together on a Saturday night to watch hockey games, whether it was all the way back in the original 6 era or right up until last week. CBC was always a staple with Hockey Night in Canada, so it's a loss, and I want to take it even further. Andrew, I don't even think it's just a sports loss. I think it's a culture loss too, as well. This has been a mainstay, one of those things that hasn't changed. I mean, it's certainly evolved. It's a much different presentation. It is, it has been for the last 12 years handled and produced by Rogers Sportsnet. But I think this is a cultural loss for this country. I mean, I always try to catch myself and say, don't be the one that's hanging on to history and marrying yourself to history and not wanting to budge. But I can't help but thinking
I don't like those type of people that are just like, well, it's an old dying thing, and it's like,
yeah, there's nothing wrong with a little tradition.
There's nothing wrong with a little tradition. There's nothing wrong with remembering good times, remembering something that was pure. You know what I mean?
Get together with your family on Saturday night, watch a hockey game, or you go out to the bar down the street, you watch a hockey game on Hockey Night in Canada. Don Cherry with his wacky ass jackets.
Yeah. Well, when you were gone, I was saying that like a literal bomb would have to drop for Hockey Night in Canada not to be on Saturdays.
Yep.
Like it was like there had to have been something major that went on, like a power outage, or there were storms, or something prevented it from happening. It was an institution. It was something that never. Saturday night Hockey Night in Canada was on. Period.
Well, the world is changing, I guess, Derek. But
it's not for the good, as far as I'm concerned.
I agree with you.
Like I don't buy this. Everything has to go that was old. It's like no. Like there has to be stuff that you can treasure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Has some fondness for.
But this is a pretty significant loss for Canadians here.
And then I mean, from an equity,
and like he's saying Canadians, but like I said, I'm a Metro Detroiter, so we watch CBC all the time too. Sometimes they'd have movies on. Sometimes we watch Hockey Night in Canada every Saturday night.
Of you, there are a lot of people that watch hockey that are trying to make ends meet, and now they're going to have to. For a lot of Canadians, depending, but for a lot of Canadians, they're going to have to pay for it. I mean, what do you make of that aspect of the story?
sports is big business. You know, live event television drives the
Boy, that's a hot
marketplace,
take.
and that's where a lot of the revenues are. And Rogers Sportsnet is in the business of selling subscriptions and getting shareholder value, et cetera, all the things that we're used to with companies like Rogers Sportsnet. So it really should come as no surprise that they want to bring the entire thing under the tent. I always thought that the NHL wanted as wide distribution as possible, and that's why I really thought that the Rogers Sportsnet CBC marriage was a good one, because it seemed to sort of satisfy what both sides needed. CBC wasn't selling any commercial inventory on Hockey Night in Canada in this 12-year package, the most recent 12-year package. There was promotional inventory that CBC enjoyed, but there wasn't any commercial inventory that they were participating in. I always thought that this was a really good hand-to-glove relationship between the two sides here that would allow all Canadians to enjoy a Saturday night with their family, as historically Canadians always have. But those days are in the rearview mirror now, Andrew.
Now, so CBC, you know, as Mark was mentioning, saying that they're going to focus on other sporting events, such as the Olympics, the Commonwealth Games, women's professional leagues. So does this, as one door closes, does another door open for different kind of opportunities, different coverage?
Great way to look at it, and specifically with the PWHL. I mean, this
so you carried away here.
Okay, so it's exciting to watch women during the Olympics play for their country. It's exciting. People get into it.
Yeah.
But then when you take off the pride of being from the United States and celebrating your United States team, the girls don't forecheck each other. They literally just kind of skate around in circles and then just shoot the puck from the outside. Nobody actually gets in front of the fucking net. It's just a bunch of powder puff fucking girls.
Here, I'm gonna. Well, I don't disagree with you, but that is the one team sport that I actually kind of enjoy watching women play. I don't mind watching women's hockey, like Olympics, that they're good. But you're right. There's no physicality.
No,
you know, there's nobody's
kind of. YouTube channel is a great YouTube channel called Flow, FLO. It's called Flow, and they play like the women's hockey. They play like the lower NHL teams, like the Griffins and all that stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And it's a good channel. So sometimes you get to see the girls playing, and it's not the same at all. They're not physical, and it's just like they broadcast it like the girls are physical, and it's like no, there's nobody in front of the fucking net taking a beating like the guys.
That's good. It's one thing about women's sports that I don't like. Well, first off, I don't care about women's sports really, to be honest. But the commentary is what drives me crazy. And that commentary is now slipping into men's sports. I was trying to watch a World Cup game 2 nights ago, I think. Female commentator, turn that shit right off. I'm like, nope. And it's not because I don't like women and don't think they should be in the booth. It's because if you're a color commentator in the booth, you should have played the sport you're commentating on.
Yeah. That's why they always have ex-players do
Yes.
Yeah.
So this woman has never played men's soccer. So why is she in the booth?
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't there a guy they can throw in there? Maybe I don't know.
They're being woke and dumb.
It's annoying to me. I can't do. I see it in baseball games, college football games. It's everywhere. I'm like, just stop it.
Yeah, it's garbage.
Garbage.
Garbage. Okay, my last video right here.
All right.
Everybody loves them some Buc-ee's.
God.
You go on YouTube, and there are YouTubers that do nothing but go to Buc-ee's every couple weeks to see what new thing Buc-ee's is selling.
Yeah.
I've been to Buc-ee's. I was like, it's cool, and then gone.
Me too.
Like, I don't understand why people think that this thing is the greatest thing from sliced bread. And the everybody's pouring thinking it's the greatest person, and tell some community members are like, I don't want that shit near my fucking freeway. So this is what this story is about. Is some people are turning on the fucking Buc-ee.
All right.
Because a lot of people think, gas station, but when you walk in, it's the experience.
The Texas-based travel stop Buc-ee's taking many across the country by storm. It's become a cultural phenomenon for some. Known for freshly sliced
Or
brisket.
some. I'm not saying there's not some good aspects to it. I'm just not kissing the ass of fucking Bucky every time I walk in there.
I will roll up to a Buck. Well, I have a Bucky story for later, but yeah,
Okay.
I'm looking at that brisket and I'm like, that looks pretty good. I'll have some.
I'm not saying that
Bucky's
there's not good
brisket
elements.
right on.
People think it's like the greatest thing from fucking sliced bread.
This is my problem. It's not a destination. The fucking Grand Canyon is where you go for a destination, not Bucky's or the fucking, what's the pyramid thing? The Bass Pro Shop pyramid? What's that?
So some of these people are looking at like a hole in the wall, a hole in the earth, or just a retail store that sells fucking Bucky's.
Well,
What's
when you put it
better?
that way, actually, Derek, it is a hole in the earth. It's not that exciting. I've been there, but I hear where you're going. Yeah.
Homemade fudge and famous beaver nuggets. Now, developers just broke ground on a new location in North Carolina, and fans there showed up in Bucky's finest fashion. And on Monday, Arizona gets its first Bucky's. The mayor there even posing with the beaver mascot and merchandise to celebrate the grand opening. Up to Ohio, that state's second Bucky's just approved in the middle portion of the state.
We
there
got to build a
between
wall.
Cleveland and
Stop these people from
Columbus, sitting
coming
on
up from the south.
37.5 acres, 120
that looks
gas
good, though.
pumps. 120 is the plan there. Local officials are calling it a major economic win. But not everyone is sold. Nearly 2,000 people have now signed a petition to stop the Mansfield, Ohio Bucky's from breaking ground. They say it will bring heavy traffic, increase crime, and they even cite environmental concerns. Among those opposed is the Stadelman's farming family. They live right next to the potential Bucky site.
Well,
all that
sucks to be
separates
you.
them is a gravel road. Joining me now, Nick Stadelman, Mansfield, Ohio.
I'm fucking pissed right now.
Well, you're about to get
Get damn
Bucky's.
Bucky's. Get rid of that shit.
About to be
Tonight, who's making some news there.
He has to go to the fucking dams and fucking clear that shit so the fucking beavers, and now he wants to have a store that represents the fucking beavers. I mean, come on.
That is kind of disrespectful. I agree with that.
It's disrespectful to the environment right there.
I've been keeping these
In the
fucking
Midwest,
beavers
Nick,
away from my
hello.
farm for years, and now this shit's gonna roll in.
You're giving him a fucking voice? What? What?
Thanks for being with us.
Hi, Blake. Well, thanks for having me.
Of course. So what's
Oh, this
the
guy's gonna
problem?
fuck some shit up. You can...
Nah, you just shoot those
Well,
motherfuckers.
not trying to be a bad neighbor here, but definitely feel like this is going to play rough on the community in our area.
How?
Oh, just the congestion. You know, this is a small town. We're rural out here. Even though it's a state route, you know, the traffic is pretty mild for all things considered, being a state route. And this is Bucky's facilities. I'm sure they draw quite the attention.
So are you against the Bucky's itself, more development in general? What is it?
No, I mean, I'm not against growth. I just, you know, we're in a rural area here. This is a small town. We're not used to anything of this caliber. And then also it hits home for us because our family farm that we've worked hard to establish here.
You fucking
tell me about it.
This is going to be our neighbor.
Tell me about the
We're a
farm.
small grain farm. We raise cattle, make a lot of hay. We row.
I mean, I don't know how far he's going to go into it, but if there's all kinds of cars and they're beeping and craziness and it scares his cattle, they're not producing as much milk, and it will have an effect on it.
Yeah, I get his point. I hear.
So
I wouldn't want to
I don't know if
Bucky's.
he's going to touch on that, but that is a concern where you're in the middle of nowhere for a reason, because you want your cattle to be nice and quiet.
Were I?
And
Yes, nice and quiet. Were I him, I would feel the same way.
yeah.
Crop about 500 acres. So commute is our big thing. You know, most of our ground is kind of broke up around these areas, so we travel a lot. That's definitely a concern, dealing with the traffic congestion.
So as I laid out, Bucky's it started in Texas and it's all over the place there, but it's gone across the country. I mean, you can look essentially throughout the Southeast and parts of the Midwest, and then that second one likely to come to your area was
Go to Bucky's, aren't you?
Hold up. Wait a minute. Virginia?
There's going to be one in Florida that's going to be between me and my aunt's house. I'm not going to fucking Buc-ee's every time I go visit my family.
No, don't do that. Don't be one of them people.
8-0 by the local town council there. And here's the mayor. They said they expect annual sales well over 25 million, typically employ 175 to 225 full-time jobs, $18 an hour plus paid benefits.
Well, here's the thing. I make $21 an hour getting called racist. That's why I still have my job and I'm not dealing with fucking weirdos for 18.
That's fair.
Close to another 200 part-time. They expect annual payroll around $9 million annually. So I hear you on, preserving the farm and your concerns, but what would you say to the mayor who says, yes, you're in a rural area, but look at all the jobs and all the growth it would bring?
Oh, absolutely. I have to agree with you 100%.
This guy's too nice.
With that, there's other concerns in the community. We've got together. There's been a band of us that's had meetings and stuff. And there's a lot of concern about this is low-lying ground out here, is wetlands, and the groundwater is very high out here. So there's definitely some concerns with the pollution and what that might entail having a mega station, if you will.
Right. All right, well, we wish you all the best out there. These things are popping up all over the place. And it's
he needed to come in with some fire. He was awfully nice. He's just like, it's craziness and we're against it. And
he should have said what he was really thinking, which he didn't, which was, I live a quiet life on my farm. I don't need this fucking headache in my life with all these Bamas rolling up to a Buc-ee's right next door. I ain't having it.
All these Bamas?
I'm just raising cattle over here. These assholes are going to roll in and fuck my piece up. That's what he should have said.
Yeah, the piece is going to be fucked up. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Because people don't know how to act.
No, listen, I had a 10-hour trip with my ex-wife. It was the most amount of time. I hadn't spent 10 minutes with her alone for 12 years at this point, right? So I'm driving back from Tennessee with her, and it was fine. And she couldn't stop fucking talking. Have you ever been to a Buc-ee's? I'm like, no. Why? She goes, oh, we have to stop at Buc-ee's. I'm like, why? Why? Can we just go home? 10 hours is a bit much with you, woman. I've been 25 years with you. I've done my time.
Funny. Can we
and so we went to the Buc-ee's and she was all excited about it. And she showed me look at all the stuff they have here. Honestly, kind of a cute little moment between us since we hadn't hung out for so long. But I don't get it. Ain't that much. It's just a giant gas station with stuff in it. Who cares?
Yeah, who's going to have are you going to buy a Buc-ee's fucking plushie and put it on your fucking bed there?
No, but I will say my oldest daughter is going to have my first grandchild in 3 weeks.
Right?
Right?
Oh, no, you're getting a Buc-ee's.
No, I didn't.
But they did. Oh, they did.
This baby already has a Buc-ee's onesie.
Oh, my God.
My family is so white trash, Derek. You would not even believe it.
Oh, 3 weeks. You're going to have a grandbaby in 3 weeks.
I am. I'm going to wait a little while before I go see her.
Mm-hmm.
But me and the other kids are going to roll down there in August to meet Ellie, is going to be her name. And I'm insanely excited about this. It's like amazing. So, but yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's good.
I agree. Life is good, Derek.
That is good.
Go to them pickleball courts, Derek. Pick up one of them crazy bitches. Your life will get better.
I want to go in there, but I don't want to be like, hi, I'm new and I don't know how to play.
That's the way to do it. No, find a girl and say, I don't know. That's classic. Just go, I don't really know the rules, ma'am. Can you help me? Because play dumb.
There's
it's
like
if
a
you go
pickleball, not a stadium, but it's like a big building that's got pickleball things inside of it.
Mhm.
I thought about rolling up and just taking some lessons or something.
It's not a bad idea. Or you got a driving range near you or something. Go take a couple of golf lessons. Get out there and hit some balls. That's fun.
Yeah, that would be nice. But the clubs I have are in Georgia in the storage locker. So,
Well, they'll rent you a club for the day, right? It's not that expensive.
Yeah, that's
Get
true.
out there.
That's true. But yeah, that's it. I got nothing else.
That was fun, Derek. I enjoyed tonight. Good show.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good show. Other than the hiccups we were having with the Wi-Fi, it was a good show.
I think so. All right, dude. I will be around if you want to text or X me. Otherwise, I'll be back next Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
All right, man.
Next Tuesday we're gonna go back. We're gonna get back on the saddle with our album of the week. Correct?
I do. I have my notes right here for tonight.
I already
will save
listened
them.
to it, so we
Me
can
too.
we can rock and roll next week. Pun intended.
I'm ready to go. I'm already good. I listened to it 2 times, made notes.
I listened to it full all the way through, but I probably have to redo it before next week. So
that's why I take notes, Derek. See, prepared.
Well, if I do that, I'll be like, what the fuck was I thinking on that one?
Well, that's a good point. You got a point there. That's true.
I like question myself. Like, was I stupid? Like, what am I doing?
Probably.
Probably. I probably had a stupid moment.
Yeah. All right, dude. I will see you next week if I don't see you earlier.
Cool.
All right.
Yes,
take
sir.
it easy, man.
All right. Bye.